That's the Instagram. What's going on? Yes, YouTube. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, my name is Hannah. I'm the man in the voice. We're going to just let everyone know what's going on. You guys, you know how this goes. We're going to just let people, let Instagram know, because we don't actually stream on Instagram. We stream it straight on YouTube. It's the best way to watch the content. Tonight we're going to have a guest. Tonight we got Jedi in, aka Mr. Trilluminati. Yes, bro, I see you there in the green room. We're gonna get you in. Yeah, shout out to my boy Inner Space. I'm loving all those videos, man. You're gonna get people living like Kylie Jenner on a budget. I'm loving all those videos, man. Yes. Yes, Mr. Trill, I see you in the green room, bro. We're gonna get you in a second. Let's just let I'm just quickly just going on to Instagram and then let everyone get in tonight. So yeah, let me just get you in anyway, man. No long thing. Let's not. Let me just get you in straight. You know why? Where you at? You even there?
Yeah.
I thought
I'm here, man.
Yeah, I thought let me just get you in. True that. I know you're a busy man as well. I thought let me just get you in and we'll just start cooking. You know, I normally give it about 15 minutes or so before people get inside. But
Yeah, no, that's calm.
Yeah, I thought I'd just just get kicked off. What are you saying, my bro? You good?
Yeah, fam, big up yourself, done now. Come on, Chance.
Yeah,
in the building, man.
You're in the building, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out to Chevelle, I see you. Yes, big up Chevelle. Big up China and Jeds. Yes, I see you in there. Let me get some more people in. Winston, my man. Yes. Good to see you, bro. Welcome to the chat. Guys, don't forget to like the video as you come inside the chat. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, it's the first time you're watching, then you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You turn on the notification bell so you know when I drop content. I'm always dropping videos. Whether or not it's lives, whether or not it's lots of clips, podcasts, make sure you go check that out as well. Guys, we have our membership area as well, and it starts from the price of a cup of coffee, right? With the first tier start from $2.99. Shout out to the members that have joined. Appreciate you. If you want to join us, make sure you do that as well. Because like I said, I'm doing lots of different content that's going to be coming straight as well. Yes, I see you there. Big up the Trilluminati live family. Yes, I've snatched Jeds for a little bit, man. But don't worry. We're gonna make it cook. So yeah, man. So Jedi, man, I had to. You know what? Like it's a long time coming, but I was like, you know what, bro? I haven't got you on a live, and I was like, but I know I don't got you on a live because you be streaming for 10 hours straight a day.
Yeah, man. Sometimes my streams can go on for like 14 hours. Depends. We've done a 24-hour stream before. So yeah, man. I've been doing live streams via Trilluminati Live probably for 5 years. And nowadays I do them from Monday to Friday. Sometimes on the weekend, depends. But I got a whole community. I got a whole Trill army, Trill squad behind me. So like right now, we got about 4 people on the panel. They're chopping it up, talking about what they're talking about. It's interchangeable. People jump on, people jump off. So yeah, definitely come over and check that, man.
I will. So we're gonna get into that. That. But at the moment, big you up, Yusuf. I see you as well. Big you up, bro. Welcome to the chat. Guys, don't forget to like the videos you come in and share it with everyone on Instagram. Make sure you pop across. You know how this thing goes. So I want to take it from the beginning, man, because I want to just get a little backstory of who you are, who Jedi is, and I know you've done a lot of stuff and you've been involved in a lot of stuff, but where can we take? I just want to take it back to the beginning, man. Upbringing, man. That's what I want to start.
Upbringing, Nigerian, Igbo.
Okay.
Brought up in Peckham.
What? You're Nigerian? Why did I think you're West Indian, bro?
I don't know. But yeah, Igbo, Niger boy, innit?
Niger boy.
Brought up in Peckham, and yeah, I don't even know where to go from there. From there, obviously, typical story. I'm not gonna bore you, but yeah, street life, reaping the consequences of the actions that I partook in. So definitely, you know, going through the prison system, going through foster care system, you know, and then obviously having this relationship with crime and police and incarceration. I did a lot of that.
What was that like? Like, you know, how long did you do? Was it in and out of jail? What was it like growing up?
Yeah, in and out of jail, pretty much you know, a career criminal that didn't realize that they were such a shit criminal. Just getting in and out of jail, you know, getting hefty sentences from a young age. And then yeah, the sentences just getting progressively bigger. But yeah, man, that was it was character building, obviously, clearly. It makes me who I am, right? It was character building. It was my, for want of a better word, rite of passage. I think there's multiple in the Western world, there's multiple rites of passage, right? Some of them are deemed as constructive, some of them are deemed as destructive. But with my philosophy, even the destructive rites of passage or the destructive scenarios I found myself in obviously paved the way for me to be able to build on top of that and be a person that I'm really proud to be. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, definitely was pressure builds diamonds. It definitely made me a streetwise, alert and conscious human being. Gave me the chance to sit, reflect, ponder, and take control of my thought process. And I don't know if I would have been able to do it at such a high level had I been running around on the streets. And knowing my luck, I probably would have been killed or ended up killing someone and coming back and doing an even longer sentence. So, you know,
what was the longest sentence you did? Because
I don't want to go. I don't want to go into it.
Yeah,
but let's just say, yeah. Let's just say I've done years and years and years and years. Let's just say I've been to jail 7 times.
Okay, how was it?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to just talk about like, okay, so you've been jailed 7 times, yeah, and
parole sentences and all sorts. Yeah.
Cool. So then, how did it change? What was the defining moment? We'd have to go back. We'll have to go over that. What was the defining moment then? Because things start to change for you.
Defining moment. Do you know what? You know, like when you're in education, right? Forget this. You got let's Karate Kid. Daniel's son goes to Mr. Miyagi and says, "I want to learn how to fight." Yeah, because you got Braca. Mr. Miyagi says, "Move, man. I ain't got time for you." He says, "Please, I really want to learn how to fight." So Mr. Miyagi says, "Wash that car, man. Paint that fence. You get me? Scrub that floor. And I want you to do it in this way." Right? And at the end, when he's fighting, all these things come together. But he doesn't realize while he's going through the process that he's learning. So I can't say there was a defining moment. I just say that being somebody that reflected, being somebody that was semi-conscious, it was easy for me to start seeing that this is not working out for me. Yeah. So by the time I got to the point where I'm no longer going to jail, I'd already learnt my lesson, but it's like inertia. Do you know what I mean? I already knew that this was shit, but it's like the inertia. So finally getting to a point where, you know, because I'd like to say to you, you know, having children stopped me. Having my first child stopped me, but it didn't.
Okay.
I went back to jail. Do you know what I mean? So these are some of my regrets as a younger man of ways where I've, you know. But like I said, man, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, all I know is I found myself at a point where my story, my background was like a tool that could be used to help others. Do you know what I mean? And maybe even solidifying that in my mind was becoming a behavioral consultant for a certain like a youth company and going to prisons, going to PRUs, going to youth offending institutions, going to secure units, and chatting to kids, that were basically walking down the same path that I had been down, and just saying to them, well, listen, man, I just came off this and that. I just came off probation. I just rare. Do you know what I mean? I spent more time in the last 10 years in jail than on road. That was something I could say then. I can't say that now because I've been out for donkeys. And I've been, you know what I mean? But utilizing my experiences to try and assist other people, that would probably be one of the defining things that solidified that I was going in a different direction. But I could get arrested tomorrow. And this is the truth, being a black man with a record, just being a man with a record in the UK.
Yeah.
It's not, do you know what I mean? So it's, if me and you could get arrested, we go to a podcast, something kicks off outside, we're fighting, we get nicked, and I could end up getting remanded. I could end up going to jail. Do you know what I mean? So these are always these are always possibilities. And it's another reason why I don't judge people that have criminal records or whatever, because everyone's got a different story. And I know that the actual system, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but in my opinion, the actual system is set up like a booby trap for a lot of people to fail. And if you're stupid enough to fail, there's not really a lot of opportunity for rehabilitation, because the system is not set up like that. Because if everyone stops doing crime, then what's the police going to do? There's a job.
Talk to me about roadman community leader activism. You've been in the streets, man. You've been active, man. Talk to me about some of the stuff you've been involved in, man. Because I didn't even know until recently all the stuff you've been involved in. Like, do you get me? All the frontline stuff over the years, or some of the marches, some of the rallies. You know what I mean? Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, man, I've kind of been somebody that's willing to get off my ass and assist and get involved in things, and the opportunity arrives to be part of I wouldn't say an organization, but a collective that we named Guiding the New Generation, Gang.
Yeah.
And the ethos of that was to assist the community in realizing that they had the ability to kind of take control. Do you know what I mean? Take control of what's going on. Stop looking for someone to blame and start getting active. You know what I mean? Roll up your sleeves. And that's what we did. So basically, when there was a spate of youth stabbings and that, notably the young girl that was shot in Tottenham, there'd been like an altercation in the cinema earlier in the day, and then there'd been some kind of reprisal, some kind of like a drive-by kind of thing, and the girl got shot. And I just decided that let's go down to the community and speak with the community and get the community to come out, and let's face what's going on and see how we can, as a wider community, you know what I mean, so find some solutions. So we did that a couple times, and it was very, like, I think it was kind of monumental. We went to a couple different areas, couple different sites, and I think it captured the hearts, the minds, and the imaginations of some of the community, or some of the black folks out there, and white folks and whatever. And it inspired a lot of people to, like, get off their asses, because we were like everyday man them, not no politicians. It was like man from road, man had been involved in this and that, but they're coming out and saying, yo, listen, we went to different estates. I tried to utilize any like links that I had with people from whatever those areas, and tried to get prominent people to come out and give a message, calling people out from their balconies as they're looking out, come down, because we're here for you. And yeah, like I said, that inspired a lot of people to become more active and take a hands-on approach. So till now, I still see the ripple the ripple effect of a lot of people that are involved in that. I've kind of moved on in my approach. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I've kind of moved on, and I think, you know, there's lots of people that's out there getting active, and it's a great thing. But yeah, gang was a moment in time that I'm really proud to be involved in. And yeah, to be like somebody that was like a prominent member, a prominent voice and decision maker in that. So yeah, that was a good period of time, man. And most of the members of that group gang are still actively involved in their communities in different ways. They've refined what they're doing, and you know, you've got all sorts of people doing all kinds of activities, from youth working to mentoring to more community work, and you know, yeah, good luck to them.
Okay. So yeah. So you did that. Like, you was what did you guys name it? The Battle of Trafalgar. Was you actually there? Was that a joke?
Now that weren't nothing to do with me, bro. The Battle of Trafalgar. I did go there.
Okay.
But I was advising against there being our people being present, and there was some other people that thought it'd be a good idea to be there.
Why was you advising against it? Because I remember at the time everyone was like, "Yo, we need to go down to London." I remember it was galvanizing a lot of people from all different ends. Why was you against it?
All right. So basically, what actually happened was, it was around the time of the whole BLM thing going on, right? BLM, that bullshit organization, they were capitalizing off.
You don't support BLM, Black Lives Matter?
Come on, man. Let's not play games, man. We don't do this BLM bullshit. We're not doing that. No. We don't do BLM. Like, to be honest, I reckon that your viewers and mine are. I'm not gonna patronize them and go down the whole thing, but we all know about the BLM, what they're about, what their mission statement.
I've never supported BLM ever. I'm just asking.
BLM's mission statement was basically to destroy the family unit. They're Marxists, you know, sponsored by George Soros and various different funders. To this day, it's been proven that they've squandered the donations and money given to them on lavish stuff. It's like a group of lesbians. It's like a group of super communist lesbians. Not that there's anything wrong with being a communist or a lesbian, but what they tried to do was hijack black politics, when really their agenda was not really about that at all. So they hijacked the black politics, black speaking points for their own agenda. They made money, and so anyway, so BLM was saying, you know, George Floyd has been killed and we need to hit the streets, right? So we're hitting the streets, so they're doing all these BLM marches, and then people are just going crazy because they don't know what they're doing. They're just walking around. Yes, rare. John Boyega is crying in the park. Black men, you need to protect our women. And I'm thinking, hold on.
I can't lie, yeah. When I look back at some of those videos of what people were doing, I'm like, they were doing way too much. They were doing
everything. My man's like screaming, crying to black men, you need to protect the women. These times it's a black man that's been killed. So like your whole message, but it's mad because I went to a BLM protest with one of my friends. I said, let's walk down there and see what they're on. I brought my little camera, you know, let's get a little media moment and capture Wagwan. And that's what going down there. I'll be real with you. It was more about sexuality. I'm not going to go into detail, but it was more, the people that are walking, they were more concerned with who they fancy and where they stick their bits than black rights or the persecution that men find in society across the world. They're more interested in. So there's a woman on the stage saying, first of all, she said, we really need to big up the police for letting us be here. Red flag number one. Yeah, yeah. Secondly, she started having a go at black men.
Wow,
so
what she saying?
Because she's just talking about black men need to respect the women, black men need to do this, black men that, black men this, and I'm thinking because she's got a liquor license, so her mind is focused on like her feminist speaking points and a lady lover speaking points and her right to be a lady lover. Like anyone's stopping her from being a lady lover, and she's getting at the black man. And she's used the opportunity of this BLM thing to attack black men. It was so bad that as I'm standing there filming, I'm seeing black men, genuine black men like myself, turning around and leaving, shaking their heads, and I'm making eye contact with them, and they're just like, what is this? Yeah, so anyway, I'm just painting a picture of what BLM was on.
Yeah.
Tommy Robertson, enter Tommy Robertson, right? Bristol, BLM people have pulled down the statue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pulled down the statue of what? Who is it? I don't know, some slave owner or something.
Was it Colston?
Whoever it was, they've pulled his statue down, yeah? And then Tommy's like, yo, we got to protect our statues. He always uses this technique of hopping on black politics, black speaking points to make himself relevant and show his true colors. Yeah, because he always acts like we're allies. But anytime that there's any movement coming from this section, he needs to get involved and make it about him. So he's like, we need to protect the statues. Lads, we need to get down to London to protect the statues. So
he asked for the football lads.
And he was mad. He was angry. Yeah, he asked for the football lads. So he's saying, rare. So he's saying on Saturday, football lads assemble. Hooligans assemble, he said. Yeah, so we got to assemble. BLM said, because we're actually pussy and we don't care about nothing, even though we've arranged a march on that day, we're gonna cancel it because we don't want no smoke. Yeah. So Tommy said them man are coming out anyway. BLM have said officially they're not coming. They're not on no smoke. They heard racists are going to be down there. Rare. Please, people, don't come. Then you got this other set of man who also, like Tommy Robinson and BLM, hijack black politics to garner power. This is what people do, right? So they hijacked the black politics to say, well, no, just come down anyway. Yeah, because we're just gonna go down there anyway. And it was like, yo, there's no need to go down there. Put our people in danger. If the football lads want to come down to London to the West End, let them do their thing. There's no point telling people to come down because the masses of BLM are not going to be there. Now, if the masses of BLM would have been there, it would have been peak. The football lad, but the BLM has said they're not going. If the masses of BLM would have been there, I would have said, yeah, everybody fucking go down there. Fuck it. Yeah, because we're all going to be down there. But because BLM's not going to be there, we're advising people, don't go. Because it's going to be less numbers. It's no point. When the football man come out, there's thousands of them. It ain't no joke. I've been there. They never report how much are really there. I've seen them in my own eyes. There's a bag of them, bro.
Because I'm saying, there's not that many. There's bare of them. They come down bare of them.
There's bare of them, bro.
Don't ever get it twisted. It always looks like there's bare man them, and it looks like less of them. Now,
because obviously what they've done is they've tried to segregate the groups of people, but I'll get there anyway. So anyway, you're telling people to come down. I personally think that that's a bad idea. I've said publicly, not that my opinion means anything, but I've said publicly, people, please don't go down there and get yourself in no trouble. Next man are like, no, I don't know why people telling you don't go down there. Come down there, we're going to be down there. And there's going to be stray mums and that's going to need our protection. You know, stab-proof vest guys and that are, talking reckless. No history of violence. Zero history of violence. Always talking about, like, smoke and act like, but screw facing the camera. Yeah, my people. Yeah, Tommy Robertson, yeah, you need to, yeah. And then basically what happened is you convinced a small group of people to go down there. You're busy live streaming. You're in Trafalgar Square. You're surrounded by racists. You're looking like you're panicked. You get me? Women are jumping on live streams like, where's all the man them? Where's all the, like, look, there's women out here, there's kids. Where's all the man them? I'm watching this in my front room like, fuck's sake, bro. I see my uncle on the screen. My uncle on the screen, not my flesh and blood uncle, but an elder that I respect and has respect for me. He's an uncle. I'm a Nigerian, bro. He's the uncle.
Yeah. Okay, one of your uncles.
Yeah. So I see my Uncle T down there. I'm watching him, and he's like, yeah, blood. He's taught it. Respect has gone live. Yeah. Let's just stop there. Whataboutism and certain-manism. I hate that. Let's be direct. I'm not trying to start no smoke, but you're asking me a direct question.
Yeah.
Respect is going live, right? And he's chatting to his live stream. They're in a volatile situation. He's the leader. Yeah. He's not organizing. He's displaying no general activities. He's more talking to the rare, like he's doing a sly. Look, I'm here. I'm holding it down. And anyone that don't come down, he's not a real one. Only real Jenners, and just all this talk, whatever. I've typed and said, yo, why are you live streaming when you're supposed to be holding it down? Like, why is the general? He's like, yeah, like, I'll say a man are just at home, typing, they're not real, they can't. So I'm just, whatever. My uncle comes on the screen, like, looks over his shoulder. Who are you talking to? He's saying, who's on the live? Who are you talking to? Man, hey, listen, whoever that is, suck your mother.
Well, your uncle said that to you.
But he don't know who's on the live stream. He's just talking to a troll in a live stream, as far as he's concerned. Suck your mother. But I'm like, right, look how the world is fucked up. Yeah? Because this guy knows not to be manipulated, but because of the love of the people and the black identity politics, you found yourself in this scenario. Anyway, long story short, it did start to look peak for them. I've decided that I'm going to go down there. I was being hot-headed. I'm going to go check him, and I'm going to go and see where I want. So I've gone down there. I've pulled up. I've got behind the police cordons, got into Trafalgar Square, and basically I went there for the wrong reasons. I went there not to help BLM or wherever. I went there on smoke. But as I got there and I saw how dire the situation was starting to look, I really felt sorry for the sheep that had followed a misguided shepherd. And like I was saying earlier, I'm a person that when I see something, I snap into action.
Yeah.
So I got into action and helped move the people from this shit location, which was basically on an island in Trafalgar Square, surrounded by racists, exits, entrances on all angles. We moved, got through the police cordon, and then basically led the people home. Do you know what I mean? So that was why I was at the Battle of Trafalgar. That's why I was at this incident. The Battle of Trafalgar is a disgusting name to give that scenario, and I feel like it's just the sensationalism and the utter disrespect because you weren't battling. You personally weren't battling, but whatever, we move in it. It also consolidated my opinion that you can't save the masses, right? Because the masses are sheep, no matter what, no matter, they just can't see the reality. And there's always going to be people that manipulate weak people that are desperate for leaders.
So what, were they women and kids there? Are you telling me?
There was definitely women there. There was a couple kids there. Definitely women there.
Because I just saw, but I don't know. I remember it through social media, but I can't lie. The clips I saw, the man them were doing bits. But I also know with stuff like that.
Okay. So what happened now? Now we move from this location, and the police tried to kettle us in. We've moved on, and we're trying to like navigate our way back to train stations and stuff like that, where we can everyone can kind of disperse. So we've ended up walking towards Waterloo, and as we're walking towards Waterloo, like there was another demonstration and a few people that had come and linked up with us as we got out of Trafalgar Square. So we're walking towards Waterloo. There's stray hooligans, 1 or 2 stray hooligans just like out there. So obviously it was like locusts on leaves. Anywhere they were seen, they were getting slapped up. But the main body of the hooligans were kettled somewhere near, I think, Parliament Square.
Yeah.
And there was like the groups of them that kept trying to splinter off, and they kept getting corralled by the police. So it was very difficult for like there to be this full-on clash, this full-on battle or anything, because so it's really just the dribs and drabs of like stray hooligans, stray football lads that were caught slipping. They didn't expect like fucking 200 black folk to come around the corner, and they were fucked. We went past Waterloo Station, and basically there was a lot of them hiding in Waterloo Station. So when we'd come around the corner, we'd seen bare of them on the steps, and it's like they all ran in. And then as we ran up and tried to get in, police like kind of blocked off the station, so we couldn't really get through. That was it. Because obviously, there's nothing wrong with beating up some racists, man. Let's be real. I'm not condoning violence, but yeah, if you catch a racist, man, teach him a lesson. And by a racist, forget racist. That's a childish term. These men that came down for smoke, yeah, they should have got the smoke they looked for.
Hey, what's it? A's been dropping some messages. This man is obsessed with respect and envies him. Who's A?
I hear that, man. I hear that. That it's a shame that you say that. I didn't bring up respect. I had to bring up the situation.
Yeah,
and rather than saying, oh, just certain man, I need to be specific with a name. But this definitely is not about respect. And there's no obsession, but look at yourself, A, man.
They said, who cares? Who cares? You helped to erase this. I've seen quite a few people work with Tommy Robertson in our community, actually. I've seen quite a few podcasters work with him. I've seen quite a few people sit down with him. So, you know, I don't really...
What am I saying? Who cares you what? Who cares you helped to erase this?
Yeah, yeah, you helped.
Shut up, man.
Like, my thing is this. My thing is this. I've seen quite a few. So no, I'm just getting a bit of backstory. Okay, so you worked with them, you was with gang, you did your own thing. Everyone's kind of gone to do their own thing in the fractions of kind of what they're doing. Speak to me about YouTube and Trilluminati, and speak to me about that.
Yeah, man. Just
what is it? What is Trilluminati? What is it? Talk to me.
It's a brand. It's a brand, man. It's a brand. It's a YouTube channel. It started off as conversations, debates, you know, heavily around religion and things like that. But at the same time, you know, we just started adding more of a social aspect to it. So talking about other types of things, doing music, just making it more of a rounded platform for speech and conversation. So yeah, Trilluminati Live is just basically a place for conversation, to socialize. You know, there's debates, jokes, banter, whatever, and then we make we have a lot of events and meetups, link ups. So it's like off the computer. Do you know what I mean? We a lot of barbecues, sports events, karaoke events, film events, all dayers. You name it, man. We've done everything. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but speak to me about it because you know, I'm trying to understand that you know, like you've got your own community in it, and you've got your own I would say cult following, but you've built that up. How did that happen? How do you cultivate that? And because not a lot of other people, or like even content creators, have a YouTube community. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people.
Yeah, well, not a lot of them. We just been on YouTube for time. You know.
Tell me about your YouTube.
Man, we just got a following. There's a whole network of people. Other people have branched off, made channels, and done that. So, yeah, we just using YouTube properly. We're using the live stream facility of YouTube properly, and I find it better than Instagram or TikTok or whatever. TikTok's good with engagement because it's a new platform and the kids are on it and everyone's a bit buzzed about it. Instagram is okay, I suppose. I've never really been a fan of Instagram Live because there's no safety in the content. Like you could lose the content. It's quite choppy and all of them things. Do you know what I mean? So you could do a banging live and then it's gone.
Well, do you know how many banging lives I've had? And I'm sure you've had that as well. And it just
yeah. So obviously YouTube's a bit better, you know. So we just rock with this. And yeah, man, it's like a diverse little community of people. They jump on. I just do my thing in my style. I've affected the live stream community. They've picked up a lot of my style of streaming and things that I've done, like people take for granted. You get me? Like I was one of the first on StreamYard that we're using now and things like that. Like, so yeah, man's just been cutting edge. But this is kind of like the story of a lot of the things I've been into have been a little bit before their time. And, you know, I don't have the resources or the network or even the disposition to, you know, utilize certain things and get things like viral or big or rare, because a lot of the things I talk about just by default kind of are anti-algorithm. You know, let's put it that way, anti-algorithm. You know, so
can you explain a little bit
to
to people about your content? You don't have to go too deeper into much of the algorithm, but just explain to people what type of content is anti-algorithm, what type of things.
Anything when you're exercising your freedom of speech, yeah, and you're being frank and honest and giving your opinion, and you're not consumed with the mainstream narrative, then you're going to come into problems on these platforms. It's just that simple. Everybody understands if you talk about certain things in certain ways, you get yourself in trouble, and then the algorithm is less favorable. you stop popping up on the For You page. You stop popping up on the Explore page. You know, oh, I didn't know you was live. You didn't say you was live when I looked on your page, and all these little things will start happening. And it is what it is, man. You just work with it. You know.
And as a content creator, you put a lot of work into it. How does that affect your monetization and stuff?
You know, like I'm on Patreon. You know, I always got my PayPal link and my Cash App link.
Yeah, I thought you got a lot of
and other things, and you know, so we do a lot. And obviously, like I said, with Trilluminati, often we have forms of what can I say? Like I said, we do events and things like that. So we make things work. I'm a hustler, innit? I'm a hustler. So I make things work in terms of online and trying to garner revenue, because like if you like super chat, YouTube will take 30% of a donation. Yeah, which is a massive chunk. And quite frankly, if YouTube is displeased with you, they can also stole your money and do all kinds of things. It's really unsafe. It's really unsafe. But when someone sends you a $5 and you know 30% of that is going on, it's a bit of a slap in the face. Do you know what I mean? So this is why we started encouraging PayPal and these things. If you want to support what's going on, you know, right now I'm in my studio, so I got a whole streaming studio that will soon be open to Joe blogs to come and do their podcast.
Show them, because I know you've been talking about it for a while. You've been working hard behind the scenes, putting it together. You told me, I got something coming. So we're gonna be cooking up soon, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna be cooking up soon, man. I just picked up a camera as well yesterday as well. So you know, for me personally, it's about trying to invest in yourself as much as you can. You know, like I do things offline as well. I got a lot of my attention is based on things that are offline. You know, like yourself. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'll be lying if I say I'm in a position for YouTube or streaming or anything like that to be my number one or only source of income. But I'm trying to make it work. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying you're making things happen, innit? You're putting things in place.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just important to let people know that you can make it happen, but you have to grind and you have to build up you know what I mean? But you can start to make it happen. And like, you know, but once you make it happen, you have to reinvest and spend your money into, so I mean, so if you get a bit of something, just make sure you kind of put it back in. Talk to me about Speakenomix, man. Your live event.
Yeah, Speakenomix.
What's Speakenomix?
Speakenomix, a live event, is based off a podcast I started 7 years ago called Speakenomix on YouTube, Jedi Online, on that channel. At that time, people were ridiculing me for having 2-hour conversations on camera. They said that no one's gonna sit through that. No one's gonna be into that, man.
How mad that is, because now 2 hours
is dead.
It's like minimum you should be doing 2 hours. It's like minimum now.
Yeah, you see it now. People, this is dead, man. Like, 2 hours. No one said it was dead, but they said, oh, it's good, but it's very long and da. And like I said, trailblazing. You get me? Not many people can say that they started a podcast 7 years ago, but you know, it was good and it got a little cult following. But I think I would hope that it would have done much better and become, worldwide renowned because of how I was doing it. But anyway,
why? Explain to me. Why did you think it should have been bigger and why wasn't it bigger?
Because like the topics we was dealing with, the structure of the show.
What topics?
Now everyone's doing any podcast you can think. Everyone's doing this thing, but all their podcasts are 3 years old, 4 years old. My podcast is 7 years old. You know what I mean?
Man said I got roots in this thing.
Like I'm just saying, innit? Yeah. When I started my podcast, I only really knew about Drink Champs in terms of long, relaxed conversations, chilling. Like, yo, would you like? Do you know what I mean? Let's just chop it up, kind of vibe. So, like, it's $1 billion industry right now. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, thank you. Well, I was gonna get into that later about podcast, like, to get me, but yeah, carry on, go.
Yeah, it's $1 billion industry right now, and there's a lot of money in it. That's why you see so many people doing it. Yes, it is a saturated market, but if I'm honest with you, I believe that I can stand out. I believe I've got enough creativity to find ways or to inadvertently stand out and just be a little bit different. And that's all I'm on. I'm humble with it, man. I just wanna
bro, you already
eat,
stand
man.
that.
You know what I mean?
You already stand out. I wouldn't have worked with you and done your live if I didn't thought you stand out. Like I saw pause. I saw part. You know what I mean? Bits of me and you, bro. Like
yeah.
In how you was
we definitely have a lot. We definitely have a lot of similarities, man. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. But you're just a savage, bro. Like you're a savage, and yeah, I told you that we have to go on camera. We have to disagree. We're gonna have to get to this point where we do our disagreeing, and you're not gonna like it. I warned you as well. I said you're not gonna like it, bro. Just know I love you. It's out of love. But yeah, you're a savage, bro. Hey, can I let me flip it on you. Let me flip it on you. Hold on. Let's flip put my screen on this side. Let me be the interviewer for a minute. Do you like to do that? Yeah. Swap our screens. You don't have to do it.
What are you doing?
Put your cursor and take my screen and put it where yours is.
Nah, just do it from where you are, man. It's cool. Ask me a question.
I want to interview you, bro. I got something I want to ask you. Yeah.
We'll do that another time.
Oh, is it?
No, because you know what? We'll save that, innit? We won't cook it all up right now. We'll save it, innit?
But quickly though, just out of interest, what's this thing with dirty talks?
Bro, there's nothing, bro. Bro, nothing, bro. Nothing. You know what? Nothing, bro. Nothing. It's irrelevant. Because it really is, isn't it? Like, you want me to, you know what I'm saying? And I know, man, yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. You know me as well. It's nothing. You know,
big up YouTube. I'll say this on record. Big up YouTube brothers. Yeah. And you know, I wish you both the best. And a bit of competition and a bit of drama ain't bad. I'm not one of them ones that have this, guys. But you know.
Bro, you know what it is? Bro, listen to this, innit? It's not even
I love rap battle, innit?
Bro, it's not even about no drama, bro. I just like people want to create fake beef, bro. I'm not interested in that. Like, I'm really not. Like, it's 2024. Do you get me? I'm the most relevant. So I'm saying to you, everyone sees what I'm doing, and that's it. Like, by me speaking, like, even by me giving energy to something, yeah.
Well, you already did, though. You already did.
No, I gave it once to shut something down. I don't have to do it again. I've done it.
Okay.
Anything someone else does now, that's them in their mind. Like, a lot of people infatuated with me. I get it. I'm a good-looking guy. Pause. So I'm saying to you, I don't know why. Like, so I'm saying to you, I'm very relevant right now. So I don't understand. But apart from that, get me, bro. We move forward, man. Like, I'm at, bro. We're getting money. We're doing stuff over here. I have no time for. Like, if it's not about no money, bro. Like, it's not about nothing relevant. So let's just, you know what I mean? Everyone can do their thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If something is real, then I'll address it. But so I'm saying, like, do you get me? And if people want to talk about me and do lives about me, and
what is that what has happened though? Had someone done a live about you?
People are saying, man, are doing lives about me. So I'm just like, well, like, I'm saying, you get me? You know what it is? Because people not really, they're not really, look, they're not really people. I'm not people's problem. People are waking up and people are frustrated. They're frustrated in their lives. They're frustrated and they're taking it out. And there's nothing worse than an angry black man. Nothing worse than a frustrated black man. Nothing worse.
Listen, there's an option on your thing to let me to connect my stream to this. How do you do that? At the top or just it should be at the top somewhere.
Where is it?
Like you see when you go to see at the top,
yeah. I can't see that.
Yeah, when you see the icons that you've got that are live, when you go to add a stream,
I know I can wait.
You go to add a stream, and then you can add mine. You see, it should be the option to add.
Sorry, I had it off. Guests can stream their location.
Stream this to your audience. There you go.
Yeah, go on. Can you do it now?
Yeah. I must sort this out now.
You got it now, yeah?
Yeah. All right, go for it.
Huh?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, man, just and do you get me? Even me giving energy to something more. Do you know how much people do that? Like do all that stuff. Like I don't even. I'll just be. Everyone at me like it's come on, man. I've been viral for a year consistently, man. Like I got monetized. So I'm saying to you, like on average, it takes 18 months to 3 years to get monetized. I did it in 10 months. I got my bridges monetized in 5 on all platforms. We're doing what we're doing. Do you get me? I'm doing bits, bro. Like behind the scenes. They're about to see all the stuff that I'm doing. We've got the documentaries coming. I'm working on some TV. Trust me. Like I'm active in it, so I don't really wanna waste my energy on stuff that I don't gotta waste my energy on stuff because that's just trying to trick me out of my position. So I'm saying, so I'll just tell a man what it is and that's it. Leave it at that. You know what I mean? So I'm saying. So.
No, I definitely hear you.
Get me? I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be grown. And when I say I'm trying to be grown, it's just I'm doing stuff like, and I've got things going on, so I don't really want to focus on the wrong stuff. Like, do you get me? I think when you put yourself on camera and you put yourself in whatever, you're always gonna get certain things, whatever. But I think it's what you put your energy towards. So, and we're really here to do real work, innit? When I say I'm here to do God's work.
Well. Let me. I hear you.
Go on.
No. My perspective might be slightly different.
Go on.
When it comes to things like this, because like I was saying, I'm a fan of like battle rap, and I'm a fan of healthy competition and things like that, and utilizing these things for our benefits. So as far as I'm concerned, if there was a disgruntled individual out there that shared the same type of platforms as you, doing similar things, I would strategize a way to bring the two platforms together to have this debate, let's let's talk about it, let's do debate? This show where we I'll tell you what the debate would be. One of the debates would be it would be to do with it would be to do with the viability of single men seeking out women with children as partners, right? So I believe that was one of his main bones of contention, right? He rounded it off to say basically in a nutshell, you hate women, you're a woman hater, basically in a nutshell. But it was based on the single mother thing.
So everyone knows I don't hate women, okay? Every single person knows I don't hate women. Everyone knows my upbringing. Everyone knows I talk about my sisters, I talk about my parents, I talk about my nuclear family, okay? All right? I don't hate women. I'm surrounded by women. I'm surrounded by beautiful women. Beautiful women continuously sit down with me. They love to sit down with me. The few clips that you've seen is OF clips where we go back and forth And majority of those girls afterwards, we'll cool off camera, and it tends to be trauma responses. Okay, so the only people that say women hate me is on social media, okay, in comments, and these tend to be a certain type of woman. In real life, women love me. I've never said that single mothers can't get remarried. What I've said that, I've never said they're worthless. I've said they're worth less than a woman that is childless. And and most men would agree that, if you're looking at a woman that one has a child or one hasn't got a child, most men will go for the one who hasn't got a child. If people want to argue and do all that type of stuff, it's cool, okay? And that's really what it is. And I've never said, I've spoken on the requirements. If I would date a single mother, I said if the child was under a year old and the father was dead, or in the type of jail he's never going to be out again, I could do that. Or if the child was 17, 18 and out of the home, and then she had him young, I could do that. I just don't want to be dealing with another father. I've made this clear before. Okay. Now, the problem is you have men that raised in broken homes. Okay, you have a bunch of baby fathers. Okay, I take it this guy's a baby father. I don't know how many kids he has. He woke up talking about he hopes to see his child to work harder to see. You should have always been working harder to see your kid, my guy. So you have these men, and these are the men that are going to campaign for the family home. Are you joking? And this is why I find it quite patronizing and quite insulting. You have men that are not even in their home. I'm sure if we speak to your baby mother, she's going to have some words to say about you. So I think it's quite disrespectful to speak to a man like me who was raised by the nuclear family. My parents have been married for over 40 years. My dad was a diplomat. He has 2 PhDs. My mother has 1. I have 3 sisters. They're all married. My brother's married. I'm the only one which is not. And I was raised not to create broken homes. So as a man, if I don't have a wife, I'm not going to create a baby mother. And the problem is you have a lot of men that create broken homes. Then they go outside and start telling these single mothers that, oh, you're the prize. Okay, don't listen to China. But okay, let's go with that. If that's the case, then why are not these single mothers being married? If single mothers are the prize and men are picking up these, then there will be no single mothers. But what we had was, we had a woman on, shout out to Juicy, you had a woman on the live, and she had an 8-year-old daughter, and she was single, and she was telling me about it's hard to date. So I explained to her, you have an 8-year-old daughter. For most men, that is one of the biggest red flags. So you have to understand it's going to be a lot harder for you. But what do you have? You have men lying to women. You have men lying to women, telling them, no, you're the prize, men don't care about. And what do these men do? They come into these women's home, okay? And then what do? Disappointment. They come into these kids' life and disappoint the child, and then they lie to these women. And then what happens is these women come back out with more trauma. So then they don't start trusting men. If single mothers were the prize, they would be getting picked up. And all I'm simply saying to these single mothers, stop listening to these men. They're lying to you. But then you have men like that want to lie. So I love women. It's funny to me. The man that says to women, actually, you know what? Ask for more. Be wary of these men. Protect your kids. One of the biggest reasons that children are abused is because of the men that are brought from outside their home. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? So just because someone wants to be with you does not mean they want to be with your children. You risk your child when you bring these men into your home. People don't talk about this, but yet I'm the bad guy. Let me tell you something. This is why people don't like me, because I represent everything I speak about, okay? I represent everything I speak about. So when you're talking, I'm not trying to get in this back and forth thing. This is what people try to do. You get me, yeah? Listen, people were messaging me in the morning. They messaging me.
He's in the chats, bro. Let him up.
Bro, I don't
let listen. Him up. Give him the link. Let him jump on. Let's talk about this, like, man.
I don't understand what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? It's the thing. Here's the thing, my guy. You're trying to make this into whatever. He's done his live. You're asking me something. I've explained it, and I told him, like, I don't really. He already knows we spoke already, so I don't even know why.
You already spoke.
Of course I did. Like, why not speak? I'm not one of these guys, you know. I'm not. We spoke, and I just said what it is. He made a live about me. I don't care. You asked me something. I explained to you what it is. That's all it is, isn't it? But I love women, and women love me. If you want to be out there trying to push that narrative, push it all day long. That's cool. I don't care. Like, it's not that deep, isn't it? You get me? Like I'm a cool guy. I work with everyone. Like, I work with multiple people. If someone doesn't like me, let me tell you something. It's based upon them. It's not based upon me. Look how many people I work with in the scene. I just got here. So if you have a problem with me, you already know how we get down. So I'm saying to you. So you know what I'm saying?
That is not like that though, man. So
then it's cool then, isn't it? But what I'm trying to say to you is It's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. But I'm just saying, like, man are saying that you hate women. I don't. I love women. But if that's what you want to push, cool. There's more important things you should be focusing about. Why are you focusing on me? I don't get it. It's weird. Like, there's more important things.
Let me just to play the advocate, right? As a public figure, as two public figures, it is not unknown for you to comment on something that he says, or he to comment on something that
I've never commented.
I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying it wouldn't be.
I've never commented on nothing that he said.
It doesn't matter. What?
I've never commented on nothing that he said. What would I do that for?
No, well, maybe not on him, but like if Andrew Tate says something, you might comment on, give your opinion.
Bro, it's not Andrew Tate.
If you're the most viral. Hold on. If you're the most what do you say? What do you call it? What do you say? The most relevant and viral, then you have to understand that things you say are gonna be topics of conversation. So it's part of the game, bro.
Yeah, and guess what?
It ain't weird for him to have an opinion on your public opinion.
If you wake up at 9 a.m. and I'm on your mind, that's weird. I'm telling you something, because no niggas on my mind 9 a.m. in the morning. It's weird to me. Why you like that's? I'm telling you something. That's weird, isn't it? And if you do that to me, Jed, I'll tell you, bro, go out and get some air. Like, go out and get some air, because at 9 in the morning, that's not what I'm doing. Do you get me? I'm telling you something. I'm waking. My settings are different at 9 in the morning. So I don't understand that. It's weird to me. But if to you that's cool, then that's cool. It's just weird to me. I'm entitled to think that. So I'm saying. Then if you at me, then I'm entitled to respond and say, yo. And I didn't make a big deal. I just said, yo, don't. That's it. Respectfully.
Did he at you? Did he at you?
Yeah, at me. Come on, bro. I don't move for innuendos. People innuendo all the time. Come, I don't care. I was like, what are you at me for? I told him, what are you at me for? That's it. It's not. Oh, like, imagine this. Imagine having Passa because of an app. This is irrelevant. Guys, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
I think what's more relevant is two men who are public speakers and are respected in their own rights.
Yeah.
And there's a difference of opinion which could pave the way for a larger conversation amongst us men. This is what I'm seeing. Obviously, you're involved on that side. He's involved on that side. You two might not see that.
Bro, listen, up until this point, I've never done anything. I was not paying attention. He asked me to be in his live. I was busy and I've gone in there. Why are you trying to make this into something like it has to be some we are the world, united? Bro, it's cool. Man said something. We applied. It's fine. It's cool. Why are you trying to create this into something, bro? This is not it's cool, isn't it?
I'm not trying to.
No, because you're saying, why don't you link together and you guys sit down? And I'm like, bro, sit down over what? It was
good content. Because because I want to hear. I don't know if I've heard many men of his caliber speak as well, right? So I rate Dirty and I rate you. Yeah, so I feel like, listen, let me just hear me out. It's just a suggestion.
You just want entertainment. You want WWE.
Yes, I do. No, listen, you're a content creator. Get this through your fucking head. Yeah, but this is what you do. So listen, no. Wait. I'm a genius, cuz, but man don't see.
Yeah, but I don't do fake. When I say WWE, so
it's not fake. This is real.
It is, because you're trying to make me create something with something that I don't care about. I don't lose no sleep over it. You're bringing it up. So why would I? Because then after the moment goes, I'm the one that has to create content behind something, and I just won't be bothered by it. So I'm saying to you, so you can't make me. Right. I'm just trying to say to you, like, there's other stuff. Do you get me? Like,
all I was suggesting was this, innit? Let me just say what I was suggesting.
You guys are instigators. You like trouble.
I hear it's a dead conversation for you now. Nah, the trouble's already there. We got to be honest. The trouble, whether you regard it as that or not, whatever, I just asked you about the trouble that was on the public domain, right? That I just asked you about the issue. You're busy saying it's nothing. I'm sure he's gonna say it's not, and it weren't that deep. Cool. I never said it was deep. I asked you, go on, because I want to hear about it. Secondly, in my view, it is about entertainment. It is about content. It's not. I'm not taking this as some road beef. You're not gonna see each other start scrapping. I'm not seeing it like that. So what I'm saying is, from my perspective, it'd be sick to see China and Dirty sit down and say, listen. We had some words online about this subject. Let's talk about this subject. Women to the death. Me personally, I'd love to see that. I don't think that's dumb, but cool.
I mean, you may love to see that, but guess what?
It wouldn't be beef. It'd be just a conversation.
Bro, you have to understand. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, bro. Everyone thinks whatever they think. But for me, I don't see the value in that for me. I
Okay,
don't.
I hear you.
I'm being honest with you. Like, I imagine this. If I never even went on that live, this wouldn't even been happening right now. So now you want me to go and do something for whose entertainment? For what? I don't even want to do it. Like, I just don't. And it's, you know what I mean? Why would you? I'm not losing no sleep. Remember this. You're talking to the like, bro. I pulled up in Birmingham on shows. Like, if it's real, it's real, isn't it? But it's not real. So I don't want to entertain something that's not real, because guess what?
You're talking about pulling up.
No,
So
because
it's like
bro,
you're getting me twisted.
No,
don't put words into my mouth.
Listen, I already said to you, I spoke to man in voice in DMs already. I don't want to go down this route, innit? It's a draw.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I've said to you, I already spoke to man, innit? So like, I don't wanna, like, obviously a man did a live today on man. Do you get me? So obviously I'm still a man's mind. You're asking me something. I've played it down.
I don't know about all of that. I didn't know about all that.
You know what I'm saying? But I played it down as much as possible, because everyone can clearly see that's watching it. Ty's not on it because he said that. You can see what's happening. A lot of people do this and they want energy off man, and I just don't want to do it because I know what this is. You're trying to trick me out my position when I've actually got real things that are real deals and things I'm doing in real life, and people keep trying to trick me out to F up my. You get me? So my thing is this. Like, I rate a man does his thing. I come on the live, we had a little bit discourse. We don't have to agree. Remember what I said to you? I do this 80-20 thing. We don't have to agree, bro. But if we agree on 80% of the stuff, then the 20% we don't agree on, we don't let it divide us. But what happens is, man focus on the 20% and it builds up, and they forget about the 80% that we agree on, and it turns into something that doesn't need to be.
Yeah, because one thing he did definitely say is he agrees on a lot that you say, and you chat a lot of sense.
Yeah, so then why are we even going to create a scenario where we need to sit down? We agree, we just had a disagreement about one thing. Cool. Like, he did something that I didn't like. Cool. Like, as men, we can be like, cool. And I'm someone as a man, like...
Do you okay, put dirty to the side, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Do you understand what I mean when I talk about that could make a good conversation? If I say that, just wait though, yeah. If I say, like, there's two people that disagree on something and they've both been vocal on it, it'd be good to get them in the room to have that conversation about that subject, not about what was said or what was rare, but just their opinions on the actual subject. Now, put dirty to the side because I'm not going back to him.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general, do you see any value in those type of?
Yes, I'll sit down with anyone.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. Yeah. Okay. I will sit down with anybody, with opposing views. I have no problem with that. I would do that, okay? I would do that, happily do that. That's never been something I have a problem with. Like, I will sit down with anyone and I can speak on anything, pretty much. And if I can't speak on something, I just won't open my mouth. I'm not one of those people that will trick myself into speaking on something I don't know, and then I always speak about what I'm versed in, right? So yeah, I would always do that. But what I mean is, if it's a conversation about an issue, that is different. But when man are trying to poke at your character, he'll hate, like, all these stuff there, I'm gonna be honest, that's what women do. It's quite feminine. Like, to start in, like, you don't know me, you don't know what I've done. Like, it's you know what I mean? So when men, we don't do that to other men. We don't start saying, oh, you hate women. Like, bro, hate women. It's a very strong word. And especially, like, if we don't have anything to back it. You remember May said never been arrested for nothing domestic? Bro, my record with women is impeccable. It's flawless. So I'm saying to you, like, so much so I speak, look at me. My mouth, like, I speak on everything, yeah? Like, if I'm moving bad, if my DMs are wild, bro, I'll be getting exposed left, right, and center. I'm one of the only man in this thing that move clean in this thing, because I'm really here for work. I don't care about these girls. I don't care about this. Like, bro, I'm really here because I'm doing when I say I'm here, I'm doing God's work. People, let me tell you something. The problem is, right, and I'll say what this is. I said it before. I didn't want to be a podcaster, like, and I'm not even a podcaster. I'm a creative. And I'm trying to understand what that is, because I've been kind of running away from my destiny for a while. Like, I'm a creative, right? So all the things that I've created, all the things that I've done are just extensions of my creativity. So my friend pushed me on to go to the podcast thing. I didn't want to go to. He was like, you need to go, because trust me, the things that you say it on camera, trust me, everyone's going to F with you. One of the realest people. He pushed me. Shout out to my boy G-Shot. He pushed me through. I went on Pearl's show. I went viral instantaneously, okay? This is never was not, you know what I mean? And then they asked me back continuously. And then, you know, people start
saying... How many times have you been on that show?
whatever, countless, innit? So they asked me back, innit, yeah, cool. And then people start saying, what's your YouTube? I was like, I don't have a YouTube. They was like, oh, you should start a YouTube account. I was like, I don't know nothing about YouTube, but start a podcast. So I was like, well, you know what? If I get 1,000 subscribers, then I will start a podcast. You get me? So I'm saying to you. So what started happening was people started inviting me to their podcasts, to come on their podcast, right? So I was like, I didn't know nothing about podcasting. So the best thing to do is just go around, innit? So I started going on podcasts. And then what was happening is, I was going on small podcasts, but then the content we was creating was so viral that it was getting picked up by everything, and then it started getting picked up on some of the biggest platforms, right? And then I was just going viral, TikTok, viral, TikTok. So a lot of these things. So then I got 1,000 subscribers. That came through in like 3 months, okay, or whatever, how many months. So then I started my podcast, and then obviously from then things have just gone. But I never wanted this. It wasn't something that I wanted. It was because people asked for this, okay? I've always said it's never been about narcissism. It's never about thinking that I'm the greatest person, no, or I'm right. It's never been about that. It's about that these people have chosen for me to be. If it was only 500 people or 1,000 people that said, oh, I would just to those 1,000 people. But then they said, no, we want more, 2,000, 3,000. It's climbing, right? I got monetized, right? So then you're like, it justifies you because you know yourself. Regardless of what people say, it's not easy to get onto the content creator program, right? You get me? So I'm saying to you, and to be consistent, to get there that quickly. So all of these things, they justify the reason why I'm here. I don't need other people to tell me, oh, why are you here, or the rest of it, or they're trying to work it out because they're trying to quantify success. And the problem is this: is a lot of the times people look at your success or their lack of success based upon what the things that you're doing, and this tends to happen. And when I come into a space and I'm the new person to the space, and you show me love, bro, look how much love I show you back. So I'm saying to you, bro, we work together because I'm like, yo, a man saw something, do you get me, prior to other people, and we work together. Do you get me? I've always been very humble in this space, but what's happened is, like, you have people with way bigger followings. You have people that be doing this thing way longer, and then still sharp and still. When I meet strong, articulate, confident, especially black men, I gravitate towards them. I want to be around these guys, fly guys. Do you know why? Because I'm the same way inclined. But when you meet certain men, or when you're around certain men, okay, and this is what they talk about, the alpha and the beta, without trying to get into it. They don't feel confident when these men are around. So they use these men as reasons that they're successful, whatever. They start to look, try to look for chicks in their armor, okay? So, and I always say to people, like, I'm not a man that is, look at me, I'm surrounded by, in this space, since I've just got in this space, I would say I'm pretty doing well, and I'm surrounded by some of the people in the space and more of a stuff. Plus, where I'm from already, I don't even speak about that. That's a whole next level, right? Yeah. So I'll be like, wait, I kind of think that, like, a lot of times that I've kind of solidified myself, and people will look at that and they try to look for reasons that they to basically just be like, yo, you shouldn't be here, but yo, I'm here, innit? And I'm a very humble person. I work with everybody, like, and so I don't get it, but I do get it. But like I said, if it's not real, I haven't come here for that. You know what I mean? So, and I just want people to understand that, because everything I've done it's just been organic. I haven't wanted this. I didn't say I was going to start this. People told me to keep going, and as long as people keep telling me to keep going, I'll keep going. If people don't want to watch me no more, if people don't want to, interact with me no more, but it's just growing, man. And there's like, I got so many things about to happen that I'm so excited. You have no idea. Like, we did the animation. That was amazing for me. Shout out to Studio Total Onyx, and shout out to Ace Vane. Like, doing a collaboration. Like collaborating with Ace Vane, man. He's like one of the biggest, like, you know what I mean, voiceover guys in the world. Like, and working with these guys, and shout out to Superstars doing an independent film, and like, there's a lot of things that I'm doing that has extended from this. I've written the plays. I'm doing the 2 documentaries. So it's like, I'm really a creative, and all I'm doing extensions of my creativity. So you might not understand why I'm speaking about single mothers, but when you see the documentary I've got coming out of single mothers, you're going to understand. You might not understand the clips with the OnlyFans girls, but when you see the documentary got coming out on the adult sex industry, you're going to understand. So all these things that people are doing, it's only going to make into more content, because I'm going to say, look how I riled up people. Look how I got people all riled up. And you're all going to be in my documentary now. So I'm saying to you, because I'm like, I'm actually talking about real important issues, and people want to make it about hate women when I actually care about the family unit. So I think with a little bit more time, people will see, and especially if you want to look at the long form content, don't just look at the clips, as you know, look at the long form shows, look at what I'm saying, and then you're gonna understand that, you know, you probably agree with me as well.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man.
You know,
keep doing your thing, China, man. Ain't no one on this side trying to not see you do your thing and shine, bro.
nah,
do you know
man,
what I mean?
I respect that, but I'm just saying as well, like, I'm not really, because some people think I'm all about sensationalism. I'm such a calm guy. I'm so calm. I'm just really like I'm calm, but I was raised on instant correction. You know what that is?
No, go ahead.
Instant correction is when something happens, you correct it instantly.
Okay.
It stops any further action, or it lets you know exactly what action you're going to be dealing with from that moment. I've always been, it's how I was raised. So if something happens, I'll check it straight away. I'll be like, what is it? And that's just, and you might have seen how I do my stuff. That's just me, because I'd rather know where we stand. I don't do all of that. You know what I mean? Like, that's men. Like, what's up? Everything cool? Cool? Like, if a man says, I'll see you later, I'll say, cool. I know what that means. Like, I'm one of those people, innit? But I'm not here for, I really want to make content and I want to push the ball forward, and there's important issues, and people think that I'm here for sensationalism. Nah, that's not what I'm here for, man. I research a lot. I'm extremely educated. I've been to university. I have a 2-1 degree. Like, I'm not, like, so I'm saying to you, like, I spend a lot of time reading and doing the stuff that I do. So I don't really, I might not speak about all the other stuff, but I do a lot of other stuff. So, you know, I don't really want the focus to be on hearsay, he say, she say, back and forth, because it takes the narrative away from the good work I'm really trying to do. And all it does is, oh, he's just trying to get into beef and you know what I mean? But I will always sit down, relevant conversations, but I don't want it to be about, you know what I mean, other stuff other than the conversation, because, you know, where do we go when we do
Yeah,
that?
man. I'm with you, innit? I do hear what you're saying. I kind of see I usually see opportunities where other people don't, and obviously not for you. If I was in similar circumstances, clearly, you know, our brands or what we do, like, we have similarities, but we also differ, innit? For me, I feel like I like, rather than it going left, I'd say, yeah, look, me personally, if, like, I'm just gonna use Dirty for an example, right?
Right, look, Dirty's in the chat. Like, let me read some of his chats. Look, Dirty, this is what I mean. Look, made a live about you. Stop gassing and chatting shit. Like, even that language. Like, you see that language. You see that language. See, I haven't once used. Wait, hold on a second. Just wait. I haven't once used any one of this. See the language. I haven't once used any form of language. Oh, you're chatting shit or da da da. Like, I'm just gonna wait for the chat. Like, so I'm saying to you. So it's like that language there. That's aggression. That's passive aggression. Like chatting shit and all that. Like. And
all right, so let me say something.
Hold on.
No, but it has to be said. It has to be said. From reading all the comments, he's offended by his child being mentioned, and maybe something that you said, thinking that you're running joke on his situation.
I'm definitely not running joke.
He's offended by. So I feel like that's where that could be where that tone's coming from.
I mean, look, all I know is I didn't tune into it. A couple people said you was talking about me. That's enough for me, man. And even all of this stuff, innit? Like, it's all just extra, innit? Like, in chats, all this stuff. And you see what? This is internet stuff. This is internet stuff. Bro, miss me with that, man. Like, miss me with that. Like, don't at me. Don't do that. Like, bro, what is that? Come on. If you do that to me, I'll be like, Jedi, why are you doing that to me? Message me, bro. What if you don't? If you think that I hate or something about women, do you get me? You message me.
Yeah,
why are you gonna at me?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but
come on, like you guys.
At the same time, yeah. If someone was chatting shit,
the man, bro, you pretty much. Listen, anyway, bro. My thing is this, innit, Jedi. Like, I just don't have no problem with my man, innit. That's it. Do you get me? I never mentioned my man. Like, you brought it up. Like, so I'm saying all I've ever done is reply, innit. I respond, because why am I not gonna respond? Like Why am I not going to respond? Why? If you don't mention me, I won't respond. Do you know what people talk about me? People tell me, oh, man are talking about me. I said, did he mention me? No, so he's not talking about me. Hit dogs holler. Hit dogs holler. If you don't say my name, I don't care. Like, but if you say my name, that means you want my attention. So now I'm going to give it to you. Then a man's going to like, and then people say they don't want clout, but this whole thing is clout. This whole thing here is clout. This whole thing. I was trying to interview you, bro. Now you're trying to turn it to me. See what I'm saying? So the whole thing's changed now. See what I'm saying? Do you get me? But my thing is this. On a platform, I want people to know there's no issues. Because how can there be an issue over someone atting me? Could you imagine women find out man are actually having static over an act? It's embarrassing. Please don't attach my name to that, please. Don't attach my name to that. Like, respectfully, like, so I'm saying, like, what do I look like getting triggered by? It's not good, bro. So I just say, you know, I said what I said because that's how I felt. Do you get me? I felt like, raw, man, are taking out their frustrations. I don't understand it. Do you get me? And then that's how I felt. And if man want to get triggered over that again, then I'll just be like, bro, and I'll say this is the frustration black man, that they want to get angry at their brother when they ain't done nothing to them. So I'm saying, I ain't dissed you, I ain't said nothing. So I'm saying, it's just the problem that people don't like to be held accountable. And this is stuff that, like, when I say to women, oh yeah, about their scenario, like, I say the exact same thing to women. Exact same thing to women. Exact same. I hold women accountable. Why won't I hold a man accountable? Why would I not? What? Because he's a man. Then they're going to tell me, Chai, you only have energy for women. Why would I do that? I hold everyone accountable. I hold everything the same. It's the same. That's it. All right. Do you hear me?
Well, China, it is what it is, man. Because if I say any more, it's gonna seem like I'm egging it on. I'm trying to clarify.
No, you're definitely egging it on. No, you're 100% egging it on. It's cool though. You're 100% egging it on.
You definitely never let me communicate, so I didn't want to interrupt you on your show or whatever.
No, bro.
I just let you go on. You got your narrative. I went slowly.
Bro, you're my guest, bro. Talk, innit? But I'm just saying to you.
I went slowly. I went slowly and tried to give you an example of the benefits of having I said, leave the beat. My words were, leave what he said, she said behind. Yeah, the opportunity. Because the opportunity. Listen, and I said, forget. I even went back and said, you know what? Forget that individual. Do you see the value in rare? So I explained to you exactly.
And I said exactly. Yes.
So
and then he came in the chat talking about your chat and shit. So I'm saying.
So where's the egging it on? I just said simply. I think where's the egging it on?
When I say you're egging it on, I'm saying you created the chat, bro. Listen, I don't mind the conversation, my guy. I'm just saying to you, and I'm trying to make.
You know what egging it on means, though, right?
Yeah, bro, man, come on, man.
Yeah, but you can't say that I'm egging it on if I'm not.
All right, bro. You're not egging it on, all right?
Yeah.
Are you cool now?
Yeah, but just don't say, because I feel like all I wanted was a conversation. I asked you a question. I didn't know what dirty was gonna pop up or whatever. I asked you a question. Same way you asked me questions. I asked you a question. I didn't realize it's gonna be a one-way convo. So yeah, it's not that I'm trying to interview. I said that for jokes, but I was like, yo, so why go on for this dirty thing? Because really, we're talking about podcasting, rare. This is something that happened yesterday. I thought it'd be interesting for you to give me the clarification.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was it.
Bro, I get it, and I fully get it, innit? But in my mind, that was done, innit? So by me speaking about it, so that in my mind, in my mind it was done. So by me speaking about it, that's me. I literally said yesterday I'm not going to speak about it. Then I'm on my live speaking about it. So I will feel like whatever. But I heard a man was speaking about man today from other people. He's saying he wasn't, but I wasn't in the live. But people come and said he was speaking about me. So like I don't, you know what I mean? Like so I'm saying, and so like you get me. So and you know, it's just it's really quite simple. You know, he added me. I didn't appreciate being added. You know, like and. That was it. Like I didn't appreciate it, and that was it. He can think what he wants to think. He's entitled to his opinion, and you know I'm entitled to mine. And yeah, like if I don't really
because like you know like I know that we share the same sentiment. Moving on from this, we share this. Like I was trying to move on by saying, you know what, in my little world, the way I see things is opposing ideas, opposing opinions always creates healthy conversation, good conversation. That's how I
100%.
think. So even in my podcast and that, I will, like, on Speakenomix, I will encourage the two people that have the opposing view to let's talk about it. Let's build on that. That's what we call reasoning, right? I mean, so still sharpens still. So in my opinion, if one man thinks that this group of women are ideal and the other one thinks that they're not, yeah, let's have this conversation and we can build on that and we can finally decide who's right, who's wrong, who's rare. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that with him because now it's gone to a different vibration. But with other people on in another setting, these are the type of things that I encourage. So as you've been to Speakenomix, you've been there and you enjoyed it and you want to come back. So you know what I do is, do you know what I mean?
I don't even know why you're asking me this.
I'm stating. I'm not answering. I'm just stating. I'm just making it clear so you understand where I was coming from.
Cool.
I didn't think you was gonna. I didn't know what you was gonna say or reply to it. And to be honest, whatever you said, and if he's upset about it, that's between you two, innit? That's on you two. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I tried to get clarity. I even just tried to say, well, I think he might be upset about this, but it was like, oh, Jed, so
look, Jed, no, because I'm listening to you and I get you in it and I hear what you're saying. I was just trying to say to you is I was not trying to make something into bigger than it needs to be if it wasn't that way for him, really. And like, I doubt tomorrow is going to be talking about, you know what I mean? So I will just try not to make it into something that bigger needs to be. I will always happily have conversation with people who are opposing views, friend, like back and forth. We have a whatever, but we always get friends together. Like shout out to Nads from Noise and Banter. That's my sister. People don't understand that was so cool behind it. They look at the social media, they look at the content, and they're like, oh my God, but they do not understand that is my sister. And if she needs me for something, I got her. So I'm saying to you, like, people have to understand that social media is just social media most of the time. So, you know, we can have opposing views and we can still be cool. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, you know, and I always use the example of Parliament and, you know, Conservatives and Labour and all the rest of the bro, they beef each other all day long to get me, then the end of the thing, they go downstairs, bro, they sip juice while we all struggle. So I'm saying to you, like, it's all, you know what I mean?
I hear that.
So, so that's always my thing when it comes to these types of things. Like, we can always sit down, we can also have conversations, but let's not get in our feelings because, you know, because we can do so much more together. Do you get me? You know what I mean? And that's what I always try to put out. Like, I'm just like, yo, like, do you get me? I wouldn't have gone on a man's platform. I even said to a man after it ended was gonna go back. It didn't go. It didn't go on YouTube. It was on Instagram. It didn't go on YouTube. It didn't go on Instagram. He lost it. I was gonna go back. So if it was that bad, why when I was not gonna go bad? It was only afterwards. I was like, bro, why's man doing that for? Do you get me? I was like, bro, we had.
Wait, I'm confused. You jumped on. Just let's move on. But I don't even know all these details. You jumped on the live stream.
Yeah. I was a bit late. I apologize for being late because I was filming with ASB and D Gully and Cardo, so I was filming in West, so I had to get back to North.
So is this after you? Is this after the statements he made? Yeah.
No, this is before. No, this is before.
Oh, okay.
So this is what the live, and then we had. That's when I was talking about the single mothers and whatever.
Okay.
But it was a good live, like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It was a good live. I was quite disappointed that it didn't go on there. So I was intended to come back on his live, and then we do it. Do you get me? But I even said to him not to do it on Instagram. I said, come back. We should do it on YouTube so it stays on. So then 2 days later, that's when he's done the post or whatever. So I'm thinking, wow, we did this 2 days ago, bro. Like, do you get me? So my mind was I was always gonna go back anyway. It was never that deep. So I'm saying to you, it was always like, okay, we had good back and forth. I like this. We'll sit down next time. And
yeah. So it was already in that kind of arena. And then it just miscommunication, cuz, and like that's really what it is. It is.
But I'm just giving back. That's why I didn't want to try to make it into something, because I'm like, bro, we had a good show and it was just a bit, you know what I mean? To get me, it's not, you know, it's not a beef thing, bro. So I'm saying to you, because it was a good show and we have opposing views, and that's why it was a good show. because we had opposing views. And you believed in what you said, I believed in what I said, and it was entertaining for the people that was there. Do you get me? You know what I mean? And I was very willing to come back. So I'm saying to you, and I was hungry that night as well. I was like, bro, I need to go eat. I didn't eat it. So I'm just giving you a bit of backstory that it was never no issues. So I'm saying, and I only went there, you know what I mean? So it's not real that it was just a bit of whatever difference of opinion, but not difference of opinion where we need to be. So I'm saying to you, there's any real static, because for me, it's not real static, bro. Like, you can at me if you want. I just prefer people I work with or people I do stuff with, like, to message me. I would prefer that. Do you get me? So I'm saying to you, I would. So I'm saying, that's me personally, innit? But whatever, innit? Everyone's different.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so, but you took this on to me. I was trying to ask you something, man. Yeah. Speakenomix. So, talk about Speakenomix, man. Figure it out, man. What is it? What do you do there?
Yeah,
man?
a live show, live podcast. I hold in like 3-month blocks. So I'll do one every month for like 3 months, take a little break and come back. So we've done season 1 over in West London. And yeah, definitely come through, man. We've had loads of great panelists, lots of conversation, high energy, you know, disagreements, agreements, music, magicians, food, and just like, and comedy. We've had like a lot of comedians smashing it on the stage. Yeah, man, it's the vibe. It's like the vibe of the live stream, and it's like the vibe of the live stream, Trilluminati Live, and Speakenomix, the podcast, meshed together, and then you get me, you get my thing.
Why is yours different? So mate, I don't know how many Speakenomix I've done. I've been to a few, and I've definitely done. I just feel like I've done all of them, but I've been to a few. Like, first of all, why did you reach out to me, man? Why did you think that I would be good for Speakenomix?
Because like you're controversial, and you are opinionated. So you know, you try go with the reserved people, people that are not brave, people that are not confident, and you're gonna get a shit show because the audience is gonna be like, oh, that was dead, like watching paint dry. So the people that I think that are valiant in that terms of, you know, saying what they want to say, even if the crowd don't agree. We need that energy. I'm encouraging that. I'm encouraging us to disagree so that we can have the conversation and find out who's right and then move past the point. That's the science behind my choice of you know, choosing you. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, China is gonna talk and women are not going to like the truths that he's got to say or his opinion. And hopefully that they're gonna be inspired to speak their truth. You know what I mean? Because if I just, yeah, that's just really why. Anyway, long story short, do you know what I mean? Because you're a good speaker, and I try to get lots of good speakers on there.
No, you do. You always get quite a good panel. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah. And it's like mainly people that I rate. I do reach out to people I disagree with. You know, I've had to get over that hump of letting my difference of opinion stop me from seeing a bigger vision. I don't get on with that person, or I don't really like their views, but I would invite them, not necessarily to put themselves against me, but to give the audience a chance to hear somebody like that.
Jedi, I don't know the other Jedi in it. I don't know the real Jedi. I don't know the street. I don't know the guy who had problems, whatever. All I know is the Jedi that puts things together and brings people together. That's the Jedi I've met. So that's
all I do.
Yeah. So when you tell me about that, I know about the Jedi. Like when I'm whatever, like, you know what I mean. You're someone that showed man love in it. Do you get me? So I'm saying to you, like, and this is one of the things why. This is why I say in this industry, on this thing, like, there's fake love, there's whatever, but there's real love as well. Do you get me? So I'm saying to you,
yeah.
And it's that one where I appreciate and I see. I'm like, I want to work with this guy. I want to help this guy.
Bro, listen. Regardless of what people that want to misunderstand me, I mean, I'm not here to be understood. You know what I mean? So I got, it is what it is. But there's people that clearly misunderstand me. But
Yeah.
people that know me and have the opportunity to know me can never say that I'm not about the people. I'm not about bringing my friends in. I'm not about, you know, like, I'm like, it's not even a thing. I don't think about it. I'm the dickhead that will reach out to man and be like, right, I'm glad you smashed it, you know, I know you don't know me, but you splashed it, or that thing you said inspired me. Like, I'm that guy that will just, people talk about giving flowers. It's normal behavior where I'm from. Credit where it's due. Do you know what I mean? And that's regardless of, like I said, whether I agree on an opinion or I don't have to agree. I can give Tommy Robertson his credit as being able to rally up his people, think quick, utilize, manipulate. All right, yeah, you get your credit. Do you know what I mean? From time ago, I'd say I was saying I'd interview someone like Tommy Robertson when others were saying, no, that's like a red card. I don't agree. Like, if I disagree with you that much, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick. Like, so I think nowadays, like, even I don't know how you feel about Pearl. Pearl interviewed Nick Fuentes. Now, it was kind of blurred on whether the issue was she interviewed a racist or that she seemed to agree on a couple of his points.
I'll tell you what the issue was. The issue's not they asked me this question as well. I've just done you know, they're doing a documentary on independent documentary. I just, you know, I'm getting my what does that mean? Listen, I always wanted to be one of those guys, you know, when they sit you down and they ask you questions. I'm one of those guys now. What do you call them, man? Contributor. What do you call them? Huh?
I don't know. You cut out for a minute though. Say that again.
Yeah. No, I was saying they're doing a documentary currently now. It's an independent documentary just about the time on the show and some of the stuff. And I said I was one of those people as an ex-guest. You know when you come to a documentary and you're talking about something and you contribute. I'm one of those guys now.
One of them people giving you your opinion. Yeah, that's dope.
I was like, yeah, give my opinion. I'm like, oh, I'm one of those guys. Okay, so they asked me, and what I would say is this, and what I said to her is this: you can sit down with anybody, okay? This is the whole idea. I don't believe in you can't sit down with people, but if you sit down with a known racist, and you interview them, you're supposed to push back. You're not supposed to join in on their jokes. You're not, you know what I'm trying to say to you, yeah? And this is where she went wrong. You can interview someone. You get me, bro? Like, interview someone, but if the interview starts to look as if it's not investigative journalism, you're not really questioning, you're kind of siding along, and then you're joking along and making jokes, whatever, then what happens is it's not an interview no more, is it? So I'm saying to you, but you're just chilling with your pal. And essentially, this is obviously where it went wrong. And when you had you know, at that point, I would say pretty much
it's mad.
When you have a pretty much 100% black talent base at that time, and you had, you know, producers, and then I wouldn't say, you know, the guests were pretty much mixed, but I'll say, you know, you had a big black demographic audience. You have a bigger responsibility based upon that. Do you get me? So I'm saying to you. So, and I said that to her, but at the same time, my thing is this: one of the problems we have as black people is that we expect white people to. Why do we get surprised when they don't have our best interests at heart, or they don't support? Like, so for example, if you want to spoke to your boss, let's say you at work, guys, you can try it if you want. Go and ask them and say, oh, do you think that black people should be getting paid reparations or for slavery, or do you think that's it? Most of them are going to tell you, goddamn no. They're going to tell you no. They're going to tell you no. They won't. We don't believe you should be getting paid reparations. Some of them will start telling you, which is quite a common thing now, you know, black people sold their own people, and they'll start talking about history. It's become quite a common thing now. And that's because they're not black. So I think sometimes I get quite surprised when black people are surprised that white people have their own interests at heart. Because you have to also remember slavery, real racism is economic. Okay, so racism is based upon what I can do off somebody else. So you have, you know, footballers that support a team. Do you get me? They love that footballer until he messes up, and all of a sudden the N-word, the monkey charts, all this stuff happens. You have, you know, women that have a baby with a black guy or something, and then they're getting to beef and they're calling the N-word or something. It's because racism is really just economic, and it's just based upon what you can get from somebody else. You know what I'm saying to you? And a lot of the times, you know, countries that have been robbed historically, put into slavery, still work with countries that have, you know what I mean, that put them into slavery. So I'm not making this. What I'm just trying to say is that I don't get surprised by certain things, but I believe a lot of people, you know, I didn't work there. I was a guest there, and I learned a lot there. But you know, I think a lot of people had responsibilities, and they didn't, you know, educate someone or didn't try to take someone on the road. But then again, everyone's their own boss. You know, everyone's their own responsible for what they say. And yeah, she's a grown woman.
Yeah, man.
What do you think?
I was thinking. I kind of am in disagreement about how to perform an interview or an interaction. Me personally, I could maybe sit with a racist person or whatever, and my approach would be totally different. I wouldn't be necessarily attacking. I've had lots of interactions with racists, far right, right wing, Nazi supporters. I've chatted to them for hours, and I've laughed at their jokes, and they've laughed at mine.
That's
Yeah.
The optics are
Nah,
gonna
but trust me, because guess what?
The optics won't look good though, bro.
It looked amazing. It wasn't about the optics not looking good. It's about real life interactions with an intelligent man that stands on his square and is not moved by mainstream bias of how I should think or why I should not think. What you find is, what you find is that many racist speaking points or far right speaking points are aligned with black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, or even black pride, right? A lot of them, this is why you find certain leaders, they can almost work together on certain ideals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they actually are aligned in a lot more ways than, because if they believe in the sanctity of their culture, if they don't believe in race mixing, if they don't believe in, if they believe in supporting their economically supporting themselves and allowing black people to do it. The issue is when the issues only arises when what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. That's when the issues arrive. If you feel like Nigeria should be a sovereign state free of colonization and England should be, yeah, cool. If you believe all the black people should come out of Europe, then you must also believe that all the white people should come out of Asia and Africa and the Americas. If we can draw lines on that, then we don't have a disagreement. So wait. So my approach often brings a higher level, because we've done you think blacks are bad and you want to say nigger, and I no. We've done all that. Now, first of all, I'm not offended by your use of the word nigger. Secondly, I'm going to make you look intellectually inferior if you are forced to use that word when I'm badding you up in this conversation. Secondly, I'm going to agree with points that you thought I disagree with, because I'm honest. I'm not going to display bias of, because I'm black, then everything blackity black, and everything black can do no wrong. No, but I'm also going to hold you accountable. And often, I've had the ability to change, influence, and affect the mindset of some of these far rights and bring them a lot closer to the center, kicking and screaming. They don't want to, but this brother's so on point, and he's actually cool.
No,
you know.
Let me just clear that up. I agree with sitting down with a far right person, Nazi, but where I draw the line is when it turns into, like extremism, where it starts, when they start, going out and bashing up the man. That's the line.
Of course, man.
And what you're talking about is about the purists versus the separatists, and the little fractions and that go out there.
Yeah.
So I get you on that aspect, because if you listen to Dr. Umar, essentially, you know what I mean? He would,
he fit into the category.
Yeah, 100%. So I fully agree with you on that one. I just think what happens with this one is whereas black nationalism doesn't, I don't know if you want to argue with it, but I don't think it breeds hate or it breeds violence towards white people. In itself, it's more about being sovereign as a black people based upon our history and other stuff. But I believe the white nationalism, let me not even say that, because they're allowed to, you know what I mean, be nationalists. But I'm saying
exactly.
We're talking about the extreme right wing extremism.
I just feel like there's merit to the style of journalism that allows the so-called interviewee or the subject to be relaxed and comfortable, not feel like they're being judged, and therefore they open up a lot more about their true opinions. And often, if you're smart, you can kind of pick threads and pick it apart slowly for them to even come to realizations.
Yeah.
I think, wow, I've never even thought of it like this. Now, I'm not saying that that's what Pearl was doing, but just on the fact of, if you're going to interview a racist, then you have to give pushback. I would say you can be very strategic, and sometimes it's not about the pushback. Sometimes it's just let them say everything that they believe. Don't push back. Maybe even pretend to agree.
When I say pushback, yeah, you have to offer questioning, a line of questioning that creates, that's gonna, that's gonna follow on, right? So I think there's a thin line between creating a scenario, creating an atmosphere where an interview, as an interviewee can feel as if where they can open up, versus kind of, leaning in a bit too far. And you got to remember, when you're already going through, when you're already got scrutiny, okay, you have to tread a little bit more thin, a little bit better. So I'm saying this, I would learn from a lesson this. Yes, of course,
yeah.
I would, of course, I will still interview people, but try it. Always make sure you push back, because even now, when I've been doing the OnlyFans interviews, and I did the woman with the BBL the other day, bro. People are telling me, they're saying to me, Chai, you're being too soft, you're being too this. They expect me to always go back at them, but I'm like, yo, we can't do that, because if you do that, what you do is you shut the person down and you stop them from opening up. If they want to go back and forth with me, they can, innit? But I'm not going to automatically do something. You want to create an atmosphere where they can feel relaxed and they start to open up. You don't just want to be shutting them down. So I agree with you 100%. I definitely agree with you that. But I just think you've got to be careful, because you want your people to also say, hey, hold on a second. My man's busting jokes with Tommy, like, Ray Blood, hey, you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, definitely, man. I agree.
So I feel a little bit like that. Talk to me. Wait, hold on. I just want to quickly just
Yo. Big up, family. Big up those lot in the chat.
So I'll just check it. I'll just check it. Talk to me about the Peckham hair shop.
What do you want to know, bro?
Man, you was very vocal about it, man. You know what it is? I've got you on here now, and we spoke about a few things, and just a few things that you've been vocal. You've spoken about a few things that I'll say a couple. We'll get onto the brick. The brick got hit by a brick after, but I
with the Peckham hair situation, my opinion is that it was unfortunate that the sister was involved in this type of interaction. It was very dangerous for her. I don't think she made good choices. I don't think that the shopkeeper made good choices. I think we were looking at human interaction at its most honest, at its most real, when political correctness and patience and all that is thin. We're on the ground where this shit happens in an instant and people make decisions. I'm sure both of them, looking back on it now, would have behaved differently. I know the shopkeeper would, and I'm assuming that the young lady would as well. I think it was a shame that women weren't using this opportunity to highlight why other women should not take this type of behavior and emulate this type of behavior, because it's very dangerous for our women to be involved in altercations with grown men while they're isolated in a shop, no real help around them. So we've got to find better ways to deal with incidences, respond to incidences when we're not getting our own way. This is what I think the message should have been to our sisters, right? Yeah, boycott the shop. Furthermore, stop going to the shops, whatever. I'm not going to get into that argument. But yeah, boycott that shop. There's a lot being brought up about black economics. And that's a great conversation to be having. But in terms of there being zero accountability for the sister, I didn't agree with that. Right. And yeah, so I was just basically vocal on those things. And it just so happened that the way I perceived things seemed a bit different from how the masses perceive things, but I'm used to that.
They marched outside and they shut the shop down.
Well, I believe the shop's open.
Is it back open now? No, I'm saying initially it was
Initially, it closed for a couple of days and then reopened, and people were still standing out there. They changed their name. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but I believe it may still be open under a different name, Kings and Queens. So, and there's black people going in and out of there still. So essentially what I'm saying is the storm in the teacup. Every year, we get a few incidences where the African Caribbean population of the UK is given an opportunity for selective outrage, right? And it seems to me that it's a psyop, a psychological operation being run on society to keep tensions on a racial level at high. Because at no point are we being allowed to forget that we're black. Some people view us as underclass, whatever. And it seems every year we get 3 or 4 incidences that really, take our energy, and it's all about racial identity and blah 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 blah, and it's all right there, and it's like we're getting manipulated as a society. That's what I see on a great removing myself from was he right, was he wrong, blah blah blah. From a bird's eye view, I can see some puppet mastery going on, some social engineering going on. I've been spotting this from the H&M top, the Marks and Spencer advert, or the this or the that, or do you know what I mean? Someone in some really high places always doing some effed up shit, or there's like a story of a black man being killed or whatever, and it's just we're an emotion-based and emotionally led society, and I think these incidences highlight how we are leaning on emotion rather than logic a lot of the time.
You've had quite a few you've had quite a few online back and forth with public speakers within our community. You don't have to mention names, but why do you think why is it always you?
I don't personally. I don't think it is always me.
Not always you, but I think you've challenged a few people, challenged a few things that were going on, which I don't think a lot of people do. And that's what
look. I'm just gonna speak my mind. I'm just here
because you tell me I'm controversial, but some of the things I'm like, rah. I'm like, you get me? So it's different.
Yeah, I'm not here. I'm not here to ruffle feathers. I'm here to speak my mind and give my opinion in it. And if it holds any sway, if it makes any noise, if anyone reacts to it in any way, then that's kind of on them. And you know what? I hope that can be a positive to me and something that I can use positively rather than it being a negative. But what I find in society is the man that does speak the truth, the man that, well, I can't say the truth, the man that does speak his truth and genuinely is autonomous, he struggles in this hive mind type society where we're all being forced to think the same way and dress the same way and look the same way and speak the same way. So, I can be misunderstood simply because I don't fit in a lot of modes, and maybe even my style or my thought pattern might be slightly unorthodox. Maybe I don't see it as unorthodox, but the feedback I get is, that's a bit, why would you say that? Whatever. But yeah, I often say stuff that I think a lot of people are thinking.
No, I'm definitely thinking them, but I'm like, you said it. No, but that's kind of my thing as well. One of the reasons why people like me, because they're like, bro, you're saying what I was thinking or what I want to say, and I think, bro, it's like comedians. You know what? This is why we love comedians, because comedians say things that we would never say, but they say it such, and we can all laugh. Do you know what I'm saying to you? This is one of those things where I don't believe in getting rid of people that tell racist jokes and that. I'm like, bro, are you okay? Some of this shit is the funniest. Like, let's not get enough. I believe comedy is one of those things that should.
I'm with you. I personally, racial comedy is the funniest type of comedy.
Yeah, I know. Old school.
No, so
I don't know.
Really.
So Rhoda Osman, I got hit with a brick in the face. Let's talk about that. When the story of the woman that apparently got hit in a brick in the face, outside a club by a guy because she didn't want to give her a number, and she said a bunch of black men were outside and they didn't do anything. When this story broke, it went viral across the world. I remember I covered it, and it became a story about protecting black women. And then, you know, she was saying that, you know, she got hit with a brick in the face. You should had a GoFundMe page which raised over 42 grand. But then, you know, it started to come out. More stories were coming out, and it became quite apparent that she was lying and she actually didn't get hit in the brick in the face. But no one quite knew what the story was. It's fast forward now. It's being she's been charged with lying. GoFundMe stopped her account because it was found that she did the thing already prior before. But this sparked a whole conversation about protecting black women, and I remember having a conversation with people about women not understanding aggression and what is the responsibilities of black men for women they don't understand, women they don't know.
I remember that.
Yeah, it became quite a hot topic. I remember you speaking on it, and the reason why I want to speak on it now is because it's come that she's lied, and I've seen black women, you know, they are kind of cooking her a little bit, but not with the, you know what I mean, not with the vim that they probably should. But I get it. I even had a friend of mine that said she wasn't going to speak to it anymore because I covered it, and she was like, I can't believe, China, I can't believe you're even questioning that she would lie. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I can't follow you no more. I was like, so,
wow.
You know what? I almost feel to go up in her DMs and be like, oh, but guess what? I need her anyway because I said to her, oh, goodbye. I mean, I don't, from there, just to get like random girl, I don't need you. So then, but what I'm trying to say to you is, I even had people that I knew that were trying to get so pressed on the way I covered it because I was asking questions and I was doing whatever.
You know what it is? We are very sensitive nowadays. And like we're always upset about something someone said or the way someone said something. Like all the time. Like words hurt so much nowadays. And this is the way that they want it. They want it. So that everyone's very sensitive. Like I said, it really comes down to emotion. And the balance between emotion and logic is off kilter. You know, so it's just so much emotional responses. What is wrong with saying, well, hold on, this story don't make sense? Within the same day that this story broke, I was searching it up. I found this dude that said I was there. I didn't see anything happen. She's trying to point in my direction that we didn't see nothing. So it's like you can already. People don't want to do research. People don't want to look just a little bit further. They take everything they hear at face value and they run with it. Yeah, we're so quick. We're so impulsive. There's a lot of traits that are being fostered in man that are going to lead to our downfall in the end, you know. Yeah, over emotionality, impulsiveness, poor decision making, you know, all of this is going to affect us. We're just getting manipulated. Black, white, Chinese, and everything in between. We all getting manipulated.
No, I feel as if that as well. Society manipulates us all off, all. You know what I mean? Like they're pulling the strings, making you feel a certain type of way, think a certain type of way. You know, dress a certain type of way, shop a certain type of way. You know, that's literally what it is. So I can agree with that. So what do you think? Like, where do we go, man? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that we have the Caribbean community. What I've discovered is there's a big difference. Well, there's always a big difference between the African community and the Caribbean community, but I think there's quite a big difference in when it comes down to how we want to mobilize and how we want to move. I think it's quite different. But I'm trying to think about, because I see everyone doing their thing, just like you said. You know, when you're talking about the other things, like two people, respectful speakers doing their thing in the space. How do we? As you know, you've seen, you know, without mentioning names, you know, I've had my things with certain people, and you've said to me certain things. Try this person does this. How do we bridge the gap, or how do we connect more with each other when everyone probably wants the same thing? We just want better for the community. What do we do? How do we get together? What do we do? Or is it just every man is an island now? We just do our own thing.
My honest response would be take care of family, find like-minded people, and build. Yeah, that's it. I'm not, you know, the We Are the World thing and all that. I'm not even promoting that. But what I am promoting is a brand of selfishness that allows your self-appreciation and self-care and dedication to spill out and affect the person closest to you and spread in that form. Self-refinement, self-actualization, working on yourself, and doing the things that make you feel good. I said this on another podcast the other day. Hopefully, the things that make you feel good are actually good for other people. Hopefully, seeing other people do good makes you feel good. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So in that way, but that's work on your house, your family, your neighbors, your friends. Just work on those relationships, in building, keeping each other safe, planning for the future, whatever it is you want to do. But in terms of this thing that we keep talking about, the black community and whatever, this is a fiction. It's a fiction. It's, it's basically under a fictional title if we're really real. The black community is a fictional thing anyway. Debatable about who actually that really
who
applies.
that even is. Yeah.
So mainly I'll just say that, yeah, work with your neighbors, work with your family, work with your friends. But this system is coming to an end, and I don't think there'll be any planning that's going to get us past what's about to happen.
I think I agree with a lot of what you're saying, because everything you're saying is right.
Simon or Simone says, how is it fictional? It's fictional because, okay, coming from Igbo land, I'm an Igbo man. The Igbo, the borders were redefined by the colonialists, and that land is mixed with Yoruba land and Ashanti land, and it's now Nigeria. Yeah, and then you got Ashanti land over there and whatever, and now that's now Ghana. Right?
Yeah.
But we didn't have a border like that. That border, so now the Ashantis and the Hausas, some of the Hausas actually speak the same fucking language. Yeah, the words just mean different things. When the man showed me that, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know that. When I realized that all them many years ago, I started to see that. Okay, so now you want to call me a Nigerian? That's a fictional title, really, because I'm an Igbo man. But okay, we take Nigerian. Then you want to call me an African? All right, that's kind of a fictional title. Now I'm overseas. You want to call me black? Now, am I more connected to a black to a person of my hue in America than an Ethiopian? No, I'm not. Do Ethiopians see themselves as black? No. Why? Because they're Ethiopians. They have their thing, right? So this title black, if you go to America now, the Americans are telling you you're not black.
Yeah.
You're not black, you're African.
Yeah.
You're Caribbean.
Yeah.
Right? Because black is now got a whole different connotation for them. Even though some of their ancestors are from the island, some of their ancestors may not directly be from the island. That's the truth that they have to uncover, whether we're dealing with indigenous, whatever. But I'm saying the term black is a social construct and a political classification, yeah, that does not best describe the diversity of the people that have that banner placed on them. Right? So that's why I say it's fictional.
So what do you refer yourself to as an Igbo man?
How can I be more connected to a black American? There might be a black American, yeah, whose ancestors, he's a descendant of slavery, right? And his ancestors may come from the continent. There's also indigenous Americans who are from the land of America. That's their land, right? So there's different people there that look similar to me and like me that have different heritages, and these titles strip people of their actual birthrights and their actual true identity, which allows them to be grouped under law, yeah, and liable and susceptible to all kinds of mistreatment. We know in a law dictionary that the black has no standing. There's so many connotations towards this whole black label, and really and truly, if we stop being lazy, we can identify who we're talking about. Because when we want to talk about someone from Ireland, we call them Irish.
Yeah.
When we want to talk about someone from Abu Dhabi, yeah, we'll say that they're Arabian.
Yeah, Arabian.
They're from the Arabian Peninsula. Yeah. When you want to talk about someone from Nigeria, you want to call him a color. When you want to talk about someone from Mozambique, you want to call him a color. But everyone else gets to be identified. And this is another trickery. But I'm not saying that I utilize it for conversation, and I realize it's political currency, so I utilize it in conversation. But when I'm just saying on a passing that really black is a fictional title, that is this fictional umbrella title, that's really very murky. And when you upon close inspection, it's not very fitting for all of us. That's all I'm saying. It's just the truth. Indians was in the Americas before black. No, that's not true. Those people that came from Mongolia, yeah, were not there before black folks were there. So I don't know why you're saying that. And you need to go and look up the $5 Indians and these mixed race people that came and paid $5 to get land and be signed onto certain tribes of Indians. Because when you hear Columbus and all these type of early explorers, when they tell you when they got there who they found, they look just like the Ethiopians and the Negroids. So please, and the slaves that they had. So please, miss me with that. You gotta know the Indians. Which Indians? Why are Indians in the Americas? Where did they come from? Why are they called Indians?
Are you religious?
No.
Were you ever religious?
I'm not religious. I believe in a creator. I believe in a most high. I'm not sure who they are, or what they are. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and I think this is where my default belief.
So what? You used to go knocking on people's doors.
Yep.
Like, I used to hate you guys on Sunday. I used to hide, bro. My mom would be like, they would keep knocking. They'll keep knocking. Bro, them man are persevering, bro. They just will stay there. I was vexed.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, and through that I got a good foundational knowledge of the Bible and public speaking and things like that. So it really was a gift, even though I hated being there. Really, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it really was a gift. But through that, I think raising an African household, I don't think you have much opportunity to be an atheist.
That don't exist. Atheism does not exist in African household. That's
So I'm saying. So, but right now, as I'm standing as a free man, able to make my own decisions, I would class myself as agnostic, meaning that I believe that there may be something, but I don't know what it is. Yeah. And I'm on my journey of searching and trying to understand and let the truth reveal itself to me.
So, what are your plans, man? What's next up for you? Well, you're in your studio now, so you're talking about that's you got that launching. You got your studio. Talk to us about your studio.
I'm gonna be just launching, doing some content from here, shooting. I'm gonna bring back Speakenomix episode season 2. So
yeah, you need to bring that. You need to bring that back. The streets need that, man.
Yeah. But when I say Speakenomix, I mean, remember the podcast is Speakenomix, and then the live show is Speakenomix. Oh. So I'm gonna so season 2 of both of them are coming back. Okay. Season 1 ended 7 years ago.
Oh, what's that? I suppose season 1
was season 1 of the podcast ended 7 years ago. Season 1 of the live show ended in December.
Yeah, December. Yeah.
Yeah, December, and we're gonna bring back season 2. Hopefully in March or April. I'm just refining a few things. Just want to make sure things are right and nice. And plus, I need to take a break because managing that many people is quite difficult.
I want to ask, like that was a lot, bro. It was a lot.
Yeah. Just managing, juggling, and like all you guys are all fucking semi on the spectrum. All you creatives, you guys are divas. You are crazy, man. Wild, and it's so hard. But yeah, we got there, man. We got there. But when you're working with people that are like free thinkers and stuff like that, you have to learn to relax and just let things be what they are going to be, because trying to put too much structure to things, I think, messes up my sauce.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I had the real, like, for me, first of all, like, thanks for having me down and asking me to come down repeatedly. I had a really good time on the panel. I've had some real spicy conversations from there, some viral content. But more importantly, I was able to do different, like the magic thing. I was pulled out of my shell a little bit. I was able to have fun. Like, I was able to do things that people don't get to see me do. And
exactly.
And I like that. And I want to shout out to Minnie, because, bro, he is funny as hell. And I said to him,
he was.
No, but I said to him, bro, you need to continue with the comedy. That's your bag. I said that to him. I was like, but when you create a platform for a man, and then it's like the magician, the guy, the magician was like, he had me, and it's like, you're creating a platform.
That was insane, bro.
Insane, bro. Insane. You get me?
We was debating how we done that for time. How did you do that magic trick?
Whether or not we worked out whatever. The fact of the matter is, he brung the A game.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It's not like, oh, you go to some guy showing some dead magician. No, you brought a good magician. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the speakers you had were levels. All the singers that you had were really good. You know what I'm trying to say to you. So yeah, man, like you should. I'm always, because I'm gonna have my own live night and in the time to come. But when I'm looking at all the stuff and I'm watching people put in the work, and I'm like, yo, like this is one of the reasons why I've always been one of those people that, like, I understand the team builds itself, innit? And sometimes people just need a bit of help. Do you get me? Yeah, they're doing their thing. They might not ask for it. They might not even know that you want. You get me? They could ask for it. You just got to say, bro, do you get me? And that's it. And I've kind of seen that with what you're doing. And I can see Speakenomix getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Just behind the ethos behind it, man. So you should.
Yeah, man. God willing, man. God willing. God willing, whatever we turn our attention to, like, let's hope that it becomes, fruitful and progressive and benefits us and others. And even when things seem to be failures or don't turn out the way we expected them to, we realize that they are lessons, and we just ask for the humbleness to be able to see the lesson and learn from it, so that we can progress and move forward. Do you know what I mean?
Jedi, if there's any advice you can give me, what advice would you give me? Just based upon you. It's not like, oh, it's just, as a friendly advice. Like, if what advice would you give me? It could be anything. It could be read something. You know what I mean? You see the 20% that I speak about. This is the 20%.
If I was to give you advice, I would say, work on using 5% less words to get to your point, right? When you're in any scenario, just work on using less words, which will make your speech, which is already great, even more poignant, even more. Do you know what I mean? Just take your fucking time, bro. Take your time, say what you mean, say it direct, and say it strong. And that's all that. Do you know what I mean? That's just a secret that I learned, and sometimes I just want to keep going, and I just have to say, you know what? Boom! I already said it. Boom! That's it, and just leave it there. You know? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you're sick, Chance, man. You just do your thing, bro. Just keep doing your thing, bro.
And bro, I appreciate that. And like I said, like I didn't intend to be here. It happened organically. I've been learning on the stream. Do you get me? I've been learning in front of people. I'm only a human. We come from where we come from, and we try to transition. Do you get me? We try to do other things. So you know, it's just I'm a work in progress. But I always say to people, if you stay with me, you're gonna see some of the greatest work ever done. You know.
In the summer, Chaz, I want some of your slushies for my event, please.
Yeah, bro. We'll do that. I got some machines as well, innit? We'll make it happen, bro.
You got the slushy machines, yeah?
Yeah. We do that. You can get me something. I know you're looking to do that. I call it slushies. We got you, B. We're gonna get it crack. Yeah, 100%, man. I sushi. We're going. But that's the whole thing, man. I'm looking forward to this summer. You know, I'm looking forward to all the things going on. Jeds,
yeah,
man.
Looking forward to summer still. Winter's nearly over, bro. We made it. It wasn't as bad as the last winter. It was kind of mild still.
Hey, bro, what are you doing in the gym? You're almost bigger than the whole screen. Man's bigger than the whole screen. You're looking too wham, bro.
Right now in the winter, I just been focusing on my foundational lifts, strength training, cardio. I'm just slowly, because you know, man was getting fat. I was being inactive, so now I'm getting back into things, and I'm just enjoying just looking after my body and being a bit more healthier, and you know, getting my mind right with that.
What, you know, like just before you go as well, I want you to can you drop some advice to some of the younger men that watch this as well? Because I get a lot of the young men that watch my content when it goes back out. Some of the younger G's in the early 20s and that mid 20s and that. What advice would you give to them?
I'll give you a couple. Just off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, man, them. Make sure you have your own property. Make sure that you have your own option, your own space. Yeah, no matter what love story hits you, yeah, no matter what Juliet drops out the fucking sky, no matter what Julia Roberts you pick up on the sidewalk, make sure you got your own spot, bro. Yeah, that's a number one for my son, for China's future son, for whatever. Make sure you got your own spot. Yeah.
I co-sign that. I definitely co-sign
that.
Innit? Bro,
trust me.
You know what? Yeah. When he says your own spot, make sure you have your name down on documents. Make sure
you got your own spot.
Yeah.
It's your thing. Make sure you got your thing. Yeah. Just so that if anybody ever wants you, it just helps you make better decisions. And if anybody ever wants you, and you know what, it sets, because this is my opinion. My opinion is when you don't have that foundation, you may accept things that you wouldn't necessarily accept, and you won't know that because you're in a disempowered position. Every animal has a nest, has a den, has a burrow, has a lair.
You're taking
every animal has one.
If you're right, every animal has one, a nest, a burrow, then you're right.
You know, every animal has, especially mammals, they got their spot, cuz. A cave, do you know what I mean? So what we doing? You know, it's just like that.
But you know what? I've used that analogy. I've used Mynameischyna get their own yard and that, but no, I'm gonna use that one. Every mammal, because it's true. The rat has his own burrow. Everything has its own.
Everyone's got something, cuz. So make sure you got something. And now the issue is obviously it's difficult in society for you to have. If you ain't got it, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm gonna say this. You might not agree with this. If you don't have to leave your mum's yard, if you're not ready, stay in your mum's yard. If there's a scenario that you can make work, stay at mumsy's. Don't let these people fool you and push you into the housing thing, and you ain't got enough money and you're gonna sink. Yeah, stay at mumsy's.
Let me tell you something. Okay, all right. I co-sign that, guys. First of all, we live in a Western society where they're gonna make you feel as if no, you don't need to. I know some Asian boys, they be 5 of them in the house, they all got good jobs, Do you know how much money they put in a week, a month from the house? They'll have big cars outside, and none of them are leaving because none of them are married. Like, for majority of women, you really should be going from your father's home to your husband's home. So if you don't have a man, why are you going out paying rent? Stay in your home. But one of the problems that we have, we create scenarios within our community as well, where we do that thing which we've started to inherit from Western things, that 18, get out your home. We should be creating scenarios where people should be building and compounding, and once they go out there, rather than struggling in the housing market and never getting ahead. So you know, I don't think for many people they might have that option, but for other people, don't try to be outside trying to live a life you don't have to. If you have a foundation,
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Like, you get me? Keep it realistic, be modest, and
like
plan and strategize. Don't try and live with outside your means. And guess what? That home that you grew up in is an asset. Yeah. So don't try and fly too far from it. The way that things go right now, a lot of us don't have, unfortunately, the generational wealth. We don't have that hereditary pipeline where you know, property and land and that gets passed down. We're working on it, but you know, a lot of us don't have that. So, you know, don't get tricked out of your safety net where you can build. You can also build with your mum.
Yes.
You can. There's nothing wrong with building with your mum. There's nothing wrong with. Do you know what I mean? If you two can clear the mortgage and move on to the next thing, it's just long vision. Because somewhere there's 18 Polish men living, sleeping head to tail right now. Yeah, building mansions back home.
Mansions back home, yeah. Romanian, man, they built whole communities. Look, Romanians came last. Look, they've got whole shops now, whole communities now. So I'm saying to you, give me. What about the women? Drop some advice. I want 2 steps of advice. I want some advice to the younger women, and I want some advice to single mothers from you.
Okay. To
Young
women,
women, the same in the mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s.
All right. In the mid-20s.
Yeah.
Young women, submission is not a dirty word. Obedience or obeying is not a dirty word. Familiarize yourself with these words, yeah, and don't let third wave feminists deceive you, right? Secondly, I would say that the greatest gift, the greatest act of magic and miracle that this earth has ever seen is a woman giving birth to a child and raising that lovingly. Don't be fooled into thinking that a power suit with shoulder pads or whatever is going to ever equivalent your God-given divinity to bear fruit and multiply. Yeah, so just be proud of what you have between your legs and treat it as the miracle and the beautiful gift that it is, because I think nowadays maybe it's being devalued. That's just easy advice, yeah, ladies. Yeah. For the, you said young women, and then who else did you say? And for the single moms, for single moms, keep doing a great job. Please make sure that you've allowed there to be space for positive male role models to be in your children's lives. Please stay away from trying to raise your child to be the man that you wanted to be with. Raise him to be the man that he could be. Raise him to be the best man he can be, not the man that your partner never was or whatever. Because essentially, with that bias in mind, you're going to raise an unbalanced male. Yeah, you're going to raise an unbalanced male. You're going to raise a simp. We don't want more baby simps running around, caping for every female indiscretion and not being able to stand up and just basically just being a bitch. Yeah, so please, that would be the advice I'd say, because I see a lot of women, they're on this molding their child to be this dweeb of a guy, and it's not even the type of guy that they're actually attracted to. It's actually the type, do you know what I mean? It's the opposite of the guy that they're attracted to in terms of those the manly masculine qualities, that probably gave him the energy to leave you. And with that,
bro, that was tight, man. Bro, just before you go, can you just shout out all your socials, man? Just all your socials, man. Shout out your socials.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Jedi Online _ on Instagram, and on TikTok. Jedi Online, all one word, JEDIONE on YouTube, and Trilluminati Live on YouTube, where I run a live stream from Monday to Friday. And yeah, we just chop it up and do different things. don't listen to A in the chat because that they are pagan from long time. They don't have no good things to say. They've been a pagan.
You know what? So your pagans follow you. Wait, pagans.
No, I think this pagan. They're not like a pagan like that, but they've obviously got negative things to say about me today. I'm not sure I've witnessed all this type of negativity in the past, but they are a fan of yours. But it's all good though. But I just want other people that are in the chat to know that no, my panelists are not online right now tearing each other down or whatever. But yes, there is debates, there are arguments, there are jokes, there's everything, man. It's real life. And like I said, don't be like these snowflakes, because these snowflakes are on something of positivity, love and light. I'm not on that. Positive, negative, they're both energies. No battery works with just positive.
No, bro, you know what it is, yeah? You know me, I believe. Remember I said to you, I'll take love, but you know, hate is just as strong in it. But what I'd rather, you know, you don't want nothing. But what I don't also want to do is, I don't want to, because I know my personality as well, innit? You know when you know yourself as well, it's also about yourself. Other people won't know your personality, so I just I got a lot on my mind and extra things, which is just I just feel like, you know what? But I thought I tried. You really, you know what I mean? Sometimes, but at the same time, what you're talking about is what I'm willing to do, is sit down and have conversations. I'm just not trying to do the extra bit, which is, I think that was where the confusion was, isn't it? Do you get me?
Yeah.
I was talking about the extra bit.
I generally, because I'm getting phone calls right now. Generally, I'm not trying to do the extra, but I did want to know the information, and I don't shy away from asking something that I want to know. Now, how do you know what I mean? How people respond, it is what it is. But yeah, at the end of the day, this has been a lit live stream. You know, I'm always going to be an advocate for you know, conflict resolution and that. So regardless of whatever, what anyone says, I probably will find myself somewhere telling both guys the same message, which is louder. It's not this rare. Let's do the. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's always going to be my stance when it comes to the mandem. And if I fall out with one of you lot, then fuck one of you lot. But until that day, I'm going to treat both. I'm not going to pick sides or be, but I will be honest. I give my opinion. If I say no, I think that was out of order, I'm just going to say it. Don't ask me if you don't want that opinion. Don't have me around. Not you, but just in general, people. Don't have me around if you think I'm going to be that guy that's going to, because often when you're growing up, it's the Jedi that you need that's actually going to say, right, what on, already? That's actually going to speak up. Have you noticed that there's lots of people that sit on the fence and sit around and they see things and they, and these are people that they've got this energy of being, they've got this energy of being hopeless. So they never see them being part of any solutions or anything. They're just they're just NPCs. I'm not an NPC. And that's why you might get random shit from me. I might be happy today. I might be angry tomorrow. I might be buzzing off my head the next day. It is what it is. I'm a human being. I'm never trying to be a role model. I'm not trying to be an example. But what I am trying to be is my own authentic self. And I appreciate other people that appreciate me. You give me time today, Trans. I hope that I've helped you.
Thank you for giving me my time. I know you're a busy
Come
person.
on, man.
You do like 10-hour stream. Are you going to go stream now?
I'm going to go and check on the stream, see what's going on still, definitely.
All right, cool, man.
You get me? Big up the family.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big up Uncle, big up Sneets, big yourself. I will link up soon, innit, bro?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big up all the chat, man, and big up everyone that came across from the you know, from the Trill network. I see all you guys in here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much to everyone here, guys. Please like the video, If this is the first time you're in here and you're from the Trill network, please subscribe to my channel. You can see that's my boy Jed's over there, guys. If you want to support the channel, you can hit us with a super chat, super thanks. You know, donation, it goes straight in there, and we appreciate it, guys. That was a good live, man. Thank you to Jedi, aka Trilluminati, aka the Truth. Big him up, man. He, you know, he definitely came, was quite open. We spoke about a lot of different things. And yeah, man, like I'm just about here to make serious content. I'm not here to, you know, to have unnecessary problems with people. I respect the creators in the space. I'm just here to work, like really. And if you didn't understand what I'm here to do, then, you know, like listen, watch, go through some of my content. Don't just look at the clips, because clips never really tell you the full truth, right? So that's really what I'm about. So I was want to pick up everyone that keeps continuing to tune in, share the live stream as well. And yeah, man, it's all about positivity. It's all about positivity. And what I'm trying to do is positive stuff, work with positive people, create positive thought, provoking thinking content, think outside of the box, you know, like all of these things is really why I'm here. And I said it was organic. I didn't mean to do this. It's happened quite organic. I'm learning on the camera. Bear with me. Do you get me? I'm not the finished article, but I'm getting better. And yeah, that's really all I can say, really. And I understand. I thought with great power comes great responsibility. Listen, Uncle Ben, Spider-Man, but it does. I understand with all the stuff I'm doing, and I have to regulate myself a little bit better. I have to, you know, how I respond. And that's why I've tried to be, you know, as diplomatic as I can on certain issues, because nobody wins when the family feuds, man. You know what I mean? Nobody wins when the family feuds. So guys, like the video, like the video. Thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. I appreciate all you guys. I do. I am the man, the voice. We shall be going live again. I got the next live coming. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell, turn on the bell, and we